everybody. Welcome to SnarkCast. Today I am here with it's your boy. Introduce
It's
yourself.
your boy. Oh, right, yeah, it's your boy Incorporated here, coming to you live on someone else's channel.
Oh,
I don't really do much. I like really witty insults.
mm-hmm.
Creating them, dishing them out, and receiving them is always fun.
So you're submissive, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay, duly noted. Okay, I'm also here with Alex underscore, our assistant.
Yeah, I'm here again, becoming a permanent fixture of the cast, it seems.
He's also submissive. And then today, our guest is Semillon.
Hello, I'm Semillon. I lost my virginity in a hotel pool bathroom, and I write a lot of My Little Pony fan fiction.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Anyways, Seven couldn't make it tonight. He's going through some personal issues. He might be available for next week. We may end up taking a break next week. I do not know what the plan is. Just for now, we're having a really fun start to this one because I have no idea how to use OBS the way he does. I just know how to go click, stream. So we're here and we're just going along with it. So yes, so like, does anybody want to save the start of the stream? Alex, you want to like open up with one of your questions to save this?
Yeah, okay. Well, I suppose to begin with, Semillon, who are you and what's your kind of role in the fandom?
Hello. I'm Semillon. I've written a lot of fan fiction. I have fucking sorry, I'm kind of tipsy. I'm hammered right now. My role in the fandom is I have written a lot of content revolving around the Student Six, and so if you look up any story on fanfiction tagged Gallus, Smolder, Ocellus, Sandbar, and Silverstream, or the Young Six. I forgot about Silverstream, and
Why'd you laugh at you laughed at Sandbar?
I was laughing at Sandbar because he makes me smile.
Okay.
And if you look up any of those people, there's a chance that one of my fics is gonna be in the list. And I've been in the fandom. Fuck, the first episode of My Little Pony I saw in 2012. I looked it up. I didn't look it up. I got recommended it on YouTube and I started watching as a joke, and then it fucking took over my entire life. So now it's just engraved into my brain, the entire show. And yeah.
Nice.
So that's who I am.
Yeah, that's
nice.
like a lot of us, I think.
The follow up. How are you confident with being this weird?
Well, I'm on the internet, so one, it doesn't matter, and two, sorry, I've spent a lot of time on 4chan, so I know that there are a lot of people who are way weirder than me, and so that makes me really confident to be as weird as I am, because no matter how weird I am, I will never be more weird than the average /R9K user. So I feel pretty good about that, and it's fun to be fucking weird. It's a good time.
Yeah,
It's fun to be a little bit weird, not too weird.
yeah.
Mhm.
If you're too weird, you hear voices telling you to kill people, and that's too weird.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the only thing that's saving Alex right now is the computer screen. He's not here with me.
Delightful.
Yeah.
We-
Yeah, but yeah, I notice whenever I read all of your stories is there's this deeply underlined horniness to it all.
Uh-huh.
Where the
Amount of class.
I can tell, like, as I'm reading your work, you definitely want to write porn. Is this true?
Um, not a lot of the time, to be honest. Like I like, well, one, I usually write characters who I think are hot. So like I just can't help myself from like calling them pretty in poetic prose. But like I think it's interesting to see what people are attracted to from like a writing perspective. I think it tells you a lot about the character. And so I think having casual, like sexual or romantic attraction in a character's like inner monologue can reveal a lot. And I think it's definitely something that I usually include, probably because my own stream of consciousness is like pretty horny, but
Same.
also yeah. And I think like there's something that it automatically it makes a character relatable to see another character. I mean, to for someone to read a character and see what makes them tick, and part of what makes you tick is what makes you hard. So
Hey,
So
ain't that the truth?
you're really right for everyone, is what you're saying.
yeah, I'm the people's
You're
writer.
you're not the people pleaser. You're the people pleasurer.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think what was it? The camera has 20 legs. I was reading that
What?
one just the other day. That's the right title, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like it's just transgender allegory, and then what gave me whiplash is Silverstream just randomly referencing butterflies having cocks, and that followed up with Gallus making a joke about dragons and following it up with dragging my balls across your face. Those It's always lines like that in your fix that jump out to me, and it's weird. It's it's these weird moments, but it makes those stories kind of endearing, which is hard to pull off.
Thank you.
You're welcome. One thing I notice across all of your fics, okay, I know you, I know how you are. You're very gay. Well, you're bi.
Identifying trait.
Yeah. Well, you're bi,
Mhm.
aren't you? Aren't you?
Yeah.
Aren't you polyamorous actually?
I am that too. Yes.
Okay, so I have a chance. Okay.
That's why you invited him on the podcast.
Yes.
Yo.
This is his shot. Don't fuck it up.
Yeah. Don't fuck it up. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I noticed like across all of your fics, you're very inclusive. You include transgender allegories. You include gag characters. You include polyamorous characters. You include all sorts of characters. And what I like about them is I can tell you're not being inclusive just to pander or just because or just to be preachy. You do it just because you find that endearing. So like, how do I phrase this question? Um, how I guess like to start like how much of that is do you just I'm having a shrunk right now. I'm having a shrunk.
Take your time.
You see, this is why you
Take your
write.
time.
This is why I write out the questions
Why didn't you? What the heck?
because 7 isn't in today. Okay.
Jazz hands.
Yeah. I'm doing the jazz hands right now. No, gay boys. Okay. I guess when you're writing those characters, like do you write it with those themes in mind? Do you write do you write them in mind to include those things, or do they just happen naturally?
That's a great question, actually. That's I think so. Part of it is just reflecting who I interact with on the internet a lot, because a lot of my internet friends are like, they're very they're from all the fucking colors on the gay flag umbrella. And I when I write a story, like I don't feel like I'm making something and then putting it out there for someone to read necessarily. I feel like I'm in like dialogue with someone. Or if I'm writing something I care about, I want to feel like I'm in dialogue with someone. So I'm going to include characters and stuff that are reflective of who I'm talking to and are thinking about and are interacting with on a daily basis. But I also feel like when it comes to a story that's been like a kind of story that's been told a bunch of times, which are the stories that I really like. Like when I think about my favorite movies and stuff, they're like animated movies, or they're like kind of cheesy rom-coms. Like a lot of them aren't like challenging. I'm really attached to, like the 80s rom-com, which is something that like is essentially nowadays, like a bunch of tropes that you string together. And I think when it comes to telling stories that like have a structure that has been used so often, the best way to make them interesting is to have the characters going through these stories be more unique than the others that have come before. And to me, when I include like, like a trans silver stream, or like, I don't know, like Ocellus being like non-binary, or like Gallus, I don't know, fucking wanting to eat people or like get eaten alive. I'm thinking about like
Very inclusive.
wouldn't that be cool? Like like yeah, it's like this like person that like a lot of people maybe haven't met or like even realized was like a thing, like going through this situation that like a lot of people are familiar with. I think there's something inherently interesting to that.
Yeah.
And so it's a combination of like me wanting my art to reflect like what I'm living, and also kind of like it is out of like, yeah, I think they're interesting. Like I guess that's what it comes down to, is like I think it would make for the more entertaining story for Smolder to have penis envy in this,
Yeah. Yeah, just to like piggyback off that, like like things like Osa's being non-binary. What kind of like like gender politics is really hard to balance in a fic when you're trying to be inclusive, because like one like okay, so a very frustrating trope for me specifically when I'm reading fan fiction. Okay, so it's a popular thing amongst the fandom to make Ocellus non-binary. So I'll be reading a fic, and it just randomly goes into detail about how Ocellus is non-binary, and there's kind of this tangenty paragraph about that. It just suddenly brings it up, and as I'm reading that, I just go, I don't care if she's non-binary. I just care about her being a character, and when it comes to like that stuff, I don't care if you're gay, straight, non-binary, a bell pepper. I just want you to be a good character, and
Mhm.
that's kind of why your stuff works for me, is because you don't you explore it as much as it needs to be explored by familiarizing us with the characters, which is how I think it should be done. You know, you don't try to be what's the word for this, a showy about it. You don't try to be showy about it. Maybe a few times you are, but even then I can tell it's through stuff you actually want to write about.
Yeah, I think, yeah, that's like, I think there is value to that sometimes. Like I think I agree in that, like when I'm reading a story, or like just like consuming any other form of media, and it is a little too like it can be immersion breaking to suddenly have like, just like kind of like ill-fitting exposition about like a character's like gender or sexuality. um I think a lot of it has to do with like, specifically in fan fiction, a lot of people are writing for themselves, and I think it's, I don't mind it so much when that happens. And like, I know that like, I can see that the author is, like kind of like shares that identity. It's like, okay, I can see that you want to see yourself in this character, but it definitely doesn't serve the story sometimes. When when my approach to that kind of thing is like, I remember like in my normal people group of friends, when I go outside once every month, I'm the only like kind of queer person there. It's just like a bunch of straight guys, and it's like, I remember like since being a kid, like just wanting to fit in, and I think that like having, not ignoring a character's identity in that way, but also not making such a, I don't want to say big deal, because it can be a big deal for some stories, but like not necessarily putting like fireworks around it. It's to me, it's a good way to make people feel included. Is like to show them as they are, and then also show them that they're also just like everyone else. But it obviously depends on the context of the story. That's, yeah, I think, yeah, I totally get where you're coming from.
I'm sorry, I was.
And thank you for, yeah.
No, yeah, no, you're welcome. I was listening to you, but I was also just thinking, can I use slurs on YouTube? Will they let me do that?
That's a great question.
What part of what Semillon said makes you want to use slurs?
I mean, we're talking about gay people a lot, so like, can I use the gay slur?
Are you?
You can use the, well, I mean, I don't know about YouTube, but
I know Twitch doesn't
I think
like
it's
it.
funny.
I mean,
Oh really?
Seven might be pissed. Either way, I can edit out the stream.
Okay.
You know what? I'll let you use it. I'll let you use it.
Me? I don't want to get you banned from YouTube.
Well, I want you to get me banned.
Oh, you're a faggot.
Hey,
Ooh.
watch your language. We're live right now.
I know.
You see YouTube, we know what we're doing.
I feel like I've heard the F slur on YouTube before, so it's probably fine.
So.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I believe you can say just about anything on YouTube. Just it makes it harder to get monetized. But the good news is we're not monetized. We're making a zero moolah off this, so we can say whatever we want.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't get naked.
Yeah, don't get naked. I mean,
I'll try not to.
Are you naked right now?
Me? No. You're yeah. No. It's your unlucky day.
I mean, you can be.
For once, I'm in my house and I'm not naked.
Oh fuck. Okay. What was that? Okay, so you opened with the story at the start of the cast about losing your virginity to like what, a hooker?
No, it's my long-term boyfriend instead of a hotel bathroom.
Yeah, I don't think he said.
No.
Okay.
I did not say hooker.
How did that happen?
Well, just like one thing leads to another, and then you bang in a hotel bathroom because you're at a con and all your friends are staying in the same room and you have nowhere to have sex. So you like at like 9 p.m. are like walking around like, what do I do? And then it happens that the San Jose La Quinta left its pool bathroom unlocked, and you're like, hell yeah. And before you walk in, you turn around and you look at the security camera that's like right outside, and you stare into it, and then you walk in with another guy, lock it, and then you come out 20 minutes later like completely sweaty.
You were just doing some rigorous exercise in there.
Yeah, we're just doing a little fucking
Isometric exercise.
yeah.
I'm just playing table tennis. Very intense game of tabletop tennis.
Yes,
Oh,
we play with 4 balls in this game.
indeed.
Damn right.
I
Ooh, you know the fucking you know how in Mass Effect the Krogans have like 4 balls? That's awesome.
wait, what they do?
Why is that awesome?
Yeah. Oh, because like imagine how much there is, you know? Like that's a lot.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. You have a point with that.
Did you think humans should have more testicles?
Why do I feel like you've written fan fiction about this?
Yeah.
If you have, I want it.
I have not. Sci-fi fucking scares me, dude. When I was reading, there's that sci-fi contest that was on FanFiction recently. I don't know if any of you entered, but like one of my friends did, and he fucking smashed it. And I have not read the other entries, but like thinking about like writing that stuff freaks me out. It's that's a totally like alien genre for me to write.
Okay.
Literally.
As somebody who's written sci-fi, okay, I know what you're feeling, because I have this fanfic I really want to write that is a sci-fi adventure, but it is really intimidating because it's a full-on space adventure. But if you're just writing like general sci-fi, like you're just exploring sci-fi themes, the best way to do that is just take a very basic plot, apply like some sci-fi elements to it, and then just explore it well enough that people don't question how dumb you are. That's basically it. Like Project Rita, like that's a fic. That's a fic I wrote about this machine someone created that allows you to see an alternate reality based off what would happen if you made a different decision earlier in life. Essentially, like this kind of VR time machine, and I just didn't bother explaining how it works because that wasn't important. I find that's the easiest way to write sci-fi. The grand scheme of it, though, I think the good sci-fi works actually knows what they're doing. Like Ex Machina. Ex Machina is a good movie. I like that movie.
Ex Machina is awesome. Like
Oh yeah.
That's a good point. Like I think it's definitely less intimidating than people and me like think it is. Like I think like you can really easily do like a soft sci-fi story if you just focus on like the human element of it all, and you kind of don't think about explaining a lot. It's just that like hard sci-fi, like stuff like The Expanse and it's not my genre. I can't fucking think of anything. But like you know the idea. Yeah, the idea of hard sci-fi is like it's so cool, and it's like I wish I could do that, but I don't have the time to like become like an expert at like spacecraft really quick, you know, like
I mean, I mean, if it brings you comfort, like Star Wars, they're not really. Star Wars isn't really known for being scientifically accurate.
That's true. That's true. I feel like Star Wars is definitely it's a bit more of a fantasy though.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's definitely a fantasy. Yeah, I'm thinking about. I don't think there's like a single scientifically accurate scene. Like there are full on scenes where people are breathing in space.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You can't breathe in space, can you?
I think the blood would clot or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Is that
well, okay, so like
scientifically?
okay, so like the air would like seep into the cut, and I think you would bloat up.
Do you,
Like there
you
is
think
no air.
so?
Well, like there is no.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, you essentially like you just either way, if you go into space without a helmet because there's no air because of the compression, you just bloat up, and it's really terrifying. Suffocating in space is way more terrifying than you might think it is. It's nothing like drowning.
Oh my god.
Oh, then no, that would fucking suck. Yeah.
Is that
Yeah,
likely to happen to us, do you think?
I mean, you don't plan on going to space, do you?
Uh, well, I mean, you never know.
I mean, I
I
had the
just sort of
idea.
say yes to everything. Yeah.
Yeah. I think like the okay, so funny enough, the one show that I can think of that got that scientifically accurate was Phineas and Ferb. When I think it was like, there was like one episode where they go to the moon, and Perry the Platypus like stops Dr. Doofenshmirtz, and he breaks open the window in his spaceship, and Dr. Doofenshmirtz just goes up to the window, and his face just puffs up, and he goes, "I think I should put on my helmet now." That's like the one show I can think
Holy
of
fuck.
that was actually accurate. Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah.
So utterly, I have to be curious.
Um,
I don't come from a background of writing like you guys do. I barely know how to read. So
Mhm.
I'm hearing this from that perspective, and you guys are also in tune with each other. But I do have to ask, as a writer, what is it that intimidates you from trying out the sci-fi thing?
um, it's mostly atmosphere. When it comes to my stories, I love dialogue. I love the way that people talk. I hate talking about stuff like what a house looks like or like where two characters are in like a space. And when it comes to sci-fi, those details really matter. You know, like the touch screen that you use to like start your day, like the even like the way that the TVs are designed, like what do showers look like, what how do people talk, you know, like if it's in like a cyberpunk setting, you know, like are they using like insane slang, how has language evolved in, you know, the 1,000 years that this has happened, and choosing all of what to include and what to keep out, um is, you know, it's more work than you know, fucking writing about Luna trying to use a faucet for the first time. It's like it's very, you have to clue the reader into a lot of things, and on top of that you have to be subtly hinting at like what to expect in the future, and you also have to like put a little spice on it. You have to put details that might be superfluous but like ultimately kind of add to the overall atmosphere, and building, you know, a whole intricate garden like that is it's you know, it's like it's a project for sure, and I haven't felt the pull to do that yet, but I like the idea. I feel like I would look cool if I were to write a really sick sci-fi story. Um, and so like just wrestling with my own expectations on like what that's like and what I would want that to be, I think is it's mostly the intimidating part. When it comes to like writing and like what you feel confident with, I think it's just always about like who you think you are as a writer, and like when you branch out of that, it's a little scary because you have to find out how to be completely vulnerable in that new space that you're exploring, as opposed to being completely vulnerable in the space that you're really used to. Like I can talk about, you know, fucking I can about Silverstream having gender dysphoria like any day of the week, but it's going to be hard for me to sell Sandbar like I don't know, gaining a fifth robotic limb. It's his cock, and like learning how that works. You know,
Understandable.
that's a little hard. Yeah.
Understandable.
Yeah, no, I think that's a really good explanation.
The
I feel like
question,
it's one of the genres that really lends itself to like, crazy, massive world building, or potentially does.
Hmm.
yeah. The question is, when are you gonna write about Simbar's robotic cock now?
Ooh.
Yeah, you gave away too
Uh,
much. You got to do it now.
Yeah.
if you give
With
me
respect.
money, it'll be quicker. But if you
How
don't
much?
give me money, it'll be like soon.
How much
I
we talking about
guess.
here? How much we
How
talking
much?
here?
What are the numbers?
My rates are $25 per 1,000 words,
Easy.
so you can work that out.
What's your PayPal?
Oof, I forget what PayPal is. I'll have to get back to you on that.
Hey, Julius, can I borrow $25?
Yeah, buddy. What for?
Science.
Science. Easy. See, thing is, I need that $25
Oh, what for?
for some science. Obviously,
Oh, okay.
I do a lot of science.
Okay. Yeah,
Speaking of which, I have science to do with you too.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yo,
That's very fair.
let's fucking party.
yeah, you want to do some experimentation together?
Yeah.
So I'll go to my house.
Let's all go to my house.
I have a GameCube. We can play Mario Kart.
Ayo.
Yeah. I'm curious. I'm curious. Simeon, what's your? Do you have any favorite sci-fi movies or
Wait, what the
books?
fuck? Your name is Semillon?
Yeah, my name is Semillon. I mean, my
Oh.
fucking I have a furry name, which is Otterly.
Oh,
You can find me
my
on
bad.
Archive of Iran under Otterly, and then I have a pony name, which is Semillon, which is after my favorite kind of wine. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, yeah. Sorry, what was sci-fi movies? I love Event Horizon. I think it's criminal that more people haven't just fucking made 40K except a sci-fi horror. That's the Event Horizon is so good. I think Sunshine is a spectacular movie until the third act, and then it becomes Jason X. Like it really falls off. But Sunshine up until that point is beautiful. It's a really, really good movie. I love Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I think that
Great
gets
movie.
left out sometimes when it comes to talking about sci-fi specifically, but Eternal Sunshine is definitely still a sci-fi story.
Yeah. I was
Other
talking about
sci-fi movies,
I
yeah.
was talking about Project Rita earlier. That fic was actually inspired by Eternal Sunshine.
Oh hell yeah! Wait, shit! I should read it.
Sweet
You
shit.
should. You should. I won a contest for that fic.
Oh,
Yeah. It's a good shit according to people out there. But yeah.
What a
Events.
show off.
Yeah. Events Horizon and what was the other one?
Sunshine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are actually on my list. Yeah, I've been to check those out.
Oh, dude, yeah, you gotta watch them. You gotta watch. They're both amazing. I mean, Sunshine, my caveat, but I love both of them. I think the 2000s did sci-fi. I'm not gonna say well, but like I miss the way that they did it. I like the way that I feel when I watch a sci-fi movie from the 2000s.
Did you say the well?
No, I was gonna say I'm not gonna say that the 2000s did sci-fi well, but
I thought you were.
but they did it. They did it in a very distinct way.
I thought you were talking about Brandon Fraser's The Well. Like that isn't even a sci-fi movie.
No.
Unless you count the part where he's ascending to heaven. Spoilers.
Oh, I have not seen that movie, but I will likely forget.
Oh well, I mean, it's not really much of a spoiler because like it's teased from the beginning of the movie. It's gonna die, but highly recommend it. You'll cry, knowing you'll cry.
Okay. I'm down.
Yes.
Oh fuck, Gattaca, so good.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
My high school teacher, just to show you how cool he was. My high school chemistry teacher You might remember him, Julius. Coach Escobar. Julius.
Oh yeah, I remember him.
Not you. Julius, are you there? Julius is dead.
I think you freaked him out with that memory.
Okay.
Huh?
Okay, well, my high school chemistry teacher, he put on that movie for us. He was actually cool. Like
Gattaca?
yeah, he actually picked out some cool movies. Whenever it came to movie days, it was Gattaca, Jurassic World. I thought Jurassic World was okay, but it was still cool that he put that movie on because like we're learning about stuff like DNA at the time.
Hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, I haven't seen Gattaca in years, so I don't remember how good it is. I don't know what.
Oh, it's a good time.
Oh yeah.
It's just a fucking vibe. Like I honestly, it would be hard for me to describe to you what the plot is, but Gattaca is so itself that like I can remember what it feels like to watch Gattaca, and I think that's good. It's just yeah, it's awesome.
Isn't it like they
Uh,
won't let this guy go to space with a heart condition?
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, and like everyone else is like genetically modified, but he's like a normal dude, and like he's been like bullied all his life, and like the soundtrack is so fucking awesome, and it's yeah.
I don't remember the soundtrack.
For some
Oh,
reason,
it's so good.
I fuck I don't remember a lot from the movie, but the ending just is just stuck in my mind for some reason. I guess, which I guess shows you it's a good ending for that character because he spends the entire movie trying to reach this goal, and when he finally gets to it, he doesn't feel like it's worth it in the end. He feels nothing in the end. Which that's an ending that that stuck with me even in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Julius, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, you disappeared there for a second.
Yeah, my computer switched over a headset.
Oh, okay. I was asking if you remember Coach Escobar.
Yes, I do remember him.
Yeah, we're just talking about how he put on Gattaca for us.
Oh, nice. I was never in his class.
Oh, well, sucks for you. He was the cool teacher.
Indeed. Isn't he? Oh no, that was Erickson.
Yeah, we talked about Erickson in the first stream. Anybody who's curious about what happened to him, you're just going to revisit the first stream. I'm not going to talk about that again.
I have nothing positive to say about that.
Yeah, it was it is crazy. That yeah. Any other movies, Simeon? Any books?
Yes, Simeon, do you read?
Do you read?
I do read. I
You
don't read a lot of
Can you read?
sci-fi.
Oh.
I can read, surprisingly.
Oh, wow. Where did you learn
Yeah,
to
I
do that?
learned. Oh, my. um, it's the internet.
Oh, yeah.
Just
Self-taught.
he googled.
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I did Google it. I was like, how to read, and then I just followed the instructions on the screen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't read a lot of sci-fi. I think I Am Gamora is a really good short story that comes to mind. What the fuck? No, I've not read a lot of sci. I've had to read a few sci-fi stories for school, but the titles are not coming to me right now. More movies though. I think like honestly, I don't know. To me, sci-fi. A lot of my experience with it has to do with Mass Effect. Like I think, and Halo.
Terrible.
Like video games are usually where I encounter sci-fi. Like I think Mass Effect's lore is really it's great, and the aliens are so fucking hot, and it's
Oh, yeah.
it's
Oh, yeah.
I love Mass Effect. And
Give us your favorite arc.
my favorite arc.
Yeah.
Oh
No,
shit!
no spoilers by the way, because I do plan on going through that series eventually.
Well, too bad.
I think all of Mass Effect 2 is my favorite arc, but I think I
Same.
really love I like Grunt. I like anything to do with Grunt. He's just like your little baby. And
Straight up.
I don't know. He's so cute. He's just a good boy.
Straight up.
Yeah,
Best
for real. Oh, I mean, and obviously, all of Garrus's romantic arc. I'm a big fan of. I think Thane's romantic arc is kind of underrated. I think it should be talked about more.
It
I
could
just
be
I
a little
just have a
redone
fetish.
just a bit, though.
Just a little bit, just a little bit. I just have a fetish for like coming in and like giving like grieving widowers their like their first prostate orgasm in front of their dead wife's like picture. I think that's awesome. And shit, what other game? I think what other game did I mention? Mass Effect's really good.
Halo.
Halo. Halo's so cool. Halo is really, really cool, and I think it gets simplified a lot in people's minds because the big it's Halo. Are you playing Halo or are you playing Call of Duty? But Halo, the aliens and the sociology present in Halo and the themes and a lot of the I'm pretty sure a lot of the books are like pretty good. I think Halo is definitely underrated as like a really genuinely great sci-fi story. At least the first three, And I have a friend who plays a lot of Destiny, and what I gather from Destiny 2 is that it's pretty neat. But yeah. That's as far as my exposure to sci-fi goes. Like, I think when it comes to like media and stuff, I consume a lot of fantasy because I'm looking for more animal people to fuck. But I think that I don't know. I love sci-fi and fantasy. I think a lot of my media consumption has to do with like both like escapism and also like just like looking for shit that's like I would never see in real life, and you get a lot of that in those.
Who's one character in Mass Effect? She's like the assistant.
Is she an alien or a person?
I think she's like a person. It was a big
Miranda.
No, it's like there's like this big media controversy. Basically, after post-release, Mass Effect had to remove this from the game through an update, just to get people to
Yeah, take off her ass.
Yes. What was her name?
That was Miranda.
Yes, Miranda.
That was Miranda.
Okay, so there's
Miranda.
this mod.
You just said no to him.
There's this mod called Restore Miranda's Ass. There is a follow-up mod called Restore Miranda's Ass Farts. So that every time it cuts to her ass, you just hear farting. And the mod just exists to gaslight people into thinking that was actually in the game. So like,
I wonder if it works.
So yeah, if you ever, any of you listening, if you ever plan on playing Mass Effect for the PC, those are the two mods you want: Restore Anna's Ass mod and Restore Miranda's Ass farting.
You say that, but I've already opened Steam.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did play a little bit of Mass Effect. I think I got far enough to where like I actually met Miranda, but like
Great, you played the tutorial.
yeah, I played the tutorial. That is exactly it. I played the tutorial.
Oh,
Yeah.
$6 on Steam, Legendary Edition.
Oh,
Let's
nice.
go.
I'll play it eventually. I know like the franchise kind of had a little bit of a fall from grace. Didn't they revive it a little bit with Andromeda? Kinda.
They revived the smack talking with Andromeda.
No.
That one was a wreck.
Oh, Dead Space. That is
A beautiful
another.
wreck.
That's another
Very-
series I want to play.
Oh my fucking god, yes, play
Did
Dead Space.
you-
If you play Dead Space, you have to stream that.
Yeah, the closest thing I played to Dead Space is Castillo Protocol, and that game was the most 6 out of 10 game I've ever played.
Most average. If you thought of average, you thought of Callisto Protocol.
Yeah. Okay. So like, it has like these it has like 10 out of 10 cinematics. It has like the shittiest gameplay ever though. Story is okay. It seems like one of those games they'll improve it with sequels. Just as it stands right now, it's just very average. I'm full on expecting the sequel to be amazing if they can improve on that gameplay because they have a really good basis because it has like the it's similar to Dead Space where you can just levitate shit and just throw enemies around, which is a cool concept. They just need to iron it out. Oh yeah, there you go. Sci-fi video games besides Mass Effect. Do you have any favorites there? Hello?
Didn't you say those were the only two you've ever played, though?
No,
Sorry, I was pissing again.
Delightful.
Next time, take the microphone with you so you don't make it awkward.
Give us the piss noises.
I think you've got an enlarged prostate or something. That's
You
twice in
know
a
what?
half an hour.
I have gone from half a bottle of a wine to like a third left. So
Yeah.
it's coming out of me.
This coward
I
does
feel
half
like,
a bottle.
but I feel like we exhausted the sci-fi conversation. So just like list some of your favorite video games in general.
Yes.
Video games in general. Oh, I think one that I really, really love that I've gone back and replayed a lot, despite it being like just like not even 5 hours. It's like 3 or 4 hours of game time. Is Devotion by Red Letter Games or something like that. It's a Taiwanese horror game, and it's kind of like a Layers of Fear, Amnesia type of walk around and fucking it evokes PT in a way that everyone wanting to evoke PT cannot do. And I think Devotion is definitely the closest that you can get to the walk around a hallway, open a door, and walk around the same fucking hallway like a million times over and over and over again. It does that in a way that's really good.
I think
in a way that like pisses me off in every other game, but like in Devotion, I think it's gorgeous. It's a really, really great game.
That's actually a game I was
yeah.
meaning to check out. Like I saw like this YouTube video that the video was just titled "Actually Scary Horror Games," and that was like one of the games he was talking about.
Actually.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, to me, like a lot of horror that connects with me, and is it's usually just like really sad. When you think about like the kind of like what's going on besides like the spooky ghosts like trying to like pop out at you. And Devotion's one of those. Like I think Devotion. It gets the human element of horror really, really well. It's a sad story, both like in the greater context of like why it was written and like within the plot, and in terms of like just all the aspects of the craft. I think are like they work really well together to give you this unified message, and it feels really good. It feels like a really tight story, despite you having as much free agency as you can in that kind of game. It's really, really good. The other game that I really like in terms of like horror-ish kind of stuff is Control. I'm a big fan of Control.
I played a little bit of Control. It's a really good it is a good game. It's from the same company that made Alan Wake.
Yeah.
And they cross over.
They do. I'm still in the middle of playing that DLC. I just like.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I just like fell off playing it at some point, and I uninstalled it to make room for. I think. Oh, Amnesia: The Bunker is great. I know I'm listing a lot of horror games, but like I think I play a lot of games like to feel scared. Like I really like being scared in a video game. It's really funny. Outer Wilds. Oh, sci-fi. Outer Wilds. Spectacular. If you want to learn how to write a story, a completely comprehensible story, but the bits and pieces can be taken completely out of context. You can rearrange them in any singular form and it'll still amount to something. Play Outer Wilds. Outer Wilds is a masterpiece. It's so fucking good. And it's this like really somber, beautiful game. And there's nothing like it. I really, really like Outer Wilds. I think that game's awesome.
It's interesting that you talk about like stories that can be stitched together without like a linear narrative. Because as we're speaking, I'm playing Tears of the Kingdom just to have something to do while we talk. And,
oh, nice.
Yeah, yeah. Would you say it does a better job than Tears of the Kingdom?
It's not open world in that sense. Like I think.
I mean,
I'm not gonna say a lot about Tears of the Kingdom because I don't really know a lot about.
Okay.
No, wait. I know a little bit about Tears of the Kingdom. I know that there's like no. Sorry. Sorry. I'm fucking. I don't know too much about Tears of the Kingdom.
What the heck?
It's not that kind of open world game. Like Outer Wilds is like
I'm talking about
you have like
story-wise.
Story-wise.
Yeah. The linear.
I feel like it's different.
Sorry, go ahead.
Because in Tears of the Kingdom, you're still playing Link's story, right? Like you're kind of discovering stuff. Like even with like all the Zelda stuff, you're playing through this like given story. In Outer Wilds, you're kind of like an archaeologist, basically. You're trying to figure out what has already happened, and the meta narrative of the player going through this is the plot, but like your player character doesn't really have agency or like even like kind of a special role in the same way that Link does, even though Link is like still kind of a blank slate.
I'm with you on that one. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
You might like Soma.
I've heard that. I've been meaning to pick that up.
Really good game. It's made by the same people who made Amnesia. Given like what you've told me about like the kind of like horror you're into, the game does a really good job at getting you to like the main character while at the same time creating this very bleak atmosphere with deeper repercussions. Yeah, okay, I'll just give like the basic plot. Is it a spoiler? Is it a spoiler to say like how the game starts out? Because I know you played a little bit of Julius.
I wouldn't say it's that much of a spoiler, but kind of your own pick and choose.
Okay. Okay. So like basically the game starts out with like you go into work one day, and you wake up inside this robot's body with a duplicate of your brain, and suddenly find out you're 100 years into the future. A meteor has hit the Earth. The surface level is burning, and you're in this underwater bunker at the bottom of the ocean, and you're just on this quest to send this data file that contains like contains the copy of humanity's brains. You had to launch that. You had to launch that into space before the ocean boils. It is really bleak, but it does a really good job with its characters.
Okay, that sounds fucking sick. Yeah,
It's something to consider.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Much in the way of gameplay, but it is good.
It's not. It's a very uplifting tale. Some would say. You know,
Simulation.
The ocean boiling.
Yeah.
In terms of horror, oh my god, like okay, so like horror is like one of my favorite genres. Have you played the Evil Within games?
No, I've not. I've seen them around, but
Seen
I've
them
never
around,
played
yeah.
them myself.
I see. Okay, so that's a very interesting series because when the first game came out, it was actually kind of hyped up, and then people just stopped talking about it for some reason, to the point that when the second game came out, no one was really talking about it. And I played both of them. I legit think it's a severely underrated franchise because you play them, you can actually see their influences in the gameplay, especially through the monster designs, because every monster has this very unique design. The first game has like very stilted controls that's reminiscent of the Resident Evil games. It's just it's just a very unique experience. I don't think it's for everyone, but it's still one I find endearing.
Ooh,
If you're gonna go that route, then you got to mention the OG Silent Hill. Those games are
Yes.
all very unique.
Oh yeah, definitely. I did get a chance to play Silent Hill 2 for emulator. I have not finished it, but even now I think that game's terrifying.
Hmm.
But well, okay, so I do have a complaint with that game. It's not as flawless as people crack it up to be.
Agreed.
Because some of the puzzles, most of the puzzles, require you to check like every single crook and candy just to solve them, and you solve them in like the most ridiculous ways. Like there's this item stuck in the garbage chute. You have to drop something heavy into the garbage chute to retrieve that item. Uh, there was one part in the game. One of the first locations in the game, you're exploring this hotel, and I spent like 2 hours trying to find a key to get to the second part of the hotel, just to find
Oh yeah.
out that I couldn't find the key because the graphics are just so old that it just meshes with the floor.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
Classic dilemma.
yeah, I found that out through YouTube. Yeah, so that wasn't even on me. That yeah. Is Alex, do you have any more questions? I'm sure you have lots of questions. We haven't gone through with any of your
That's all
questions.
right. That's all right. No, yeah. Well, I don't know. Did you want to talk a bit about the Student Six?
yeah, sure. I've a
Oh
lot to
yeah, we're
say
on
about the
that.
I
Student
was gonna
Six.
say, you heard of them? You
I have.
really?
Um, when did the show end? Like 2018? I think in
2019.
2019. In 2018, I picked up My Little Pony after taking a little break. I think around like season 7, I kind of just I fell off like watching the premieres and stuff, and I had no fucking clue that like thorax was a thing. Like I saw like porn of like Gabby once, and I was like, who the fuck is this? And so I picked the show
Oh
back
gosh.
up, and I to my surprise, I discovered the Student Six, because the show at that point was, I think, like approaching the end of season 8, and being back in that world that I was like completely obsessed with. Like I remember in 2012, I was like on Equestria Daily every day. If I was not at school or hanging out with my friends, I was on Equestria Daily, like just constantly like refreshing, reading every single 5 or 6 star story that they put out. I was on top of shit. I was I was like deep in that fucking ecosystem, that weird ecosystem that EQD had. Like I was ignoring whatever shit was going on with Sophisto, and I was just like, yeah, and um, being able to do that again when I was like older, and the show was like at season 8. It made me really happy, and so I ended up getting super attached to the Student Six, who I ended up viewing as like the Princess Cadence of the new Princess Cadence and Shining Armor of the fandom, because like to me, Shiny and Cadence showed up in like the season 2 finale, and everyone fucking hated them because they were so hot. And they were just like, I don't know, they're like everyone thought they were Chad and Stacy, you know. And then but through time and exposure, people started enforcing. I think when it comes to ponies, like there's like the canon personality and there's like the fandom personality. Like Berry Punch is like normal in the show, like she has nothing, but in the fandom, she's wasted all the time, and she has a little sister or daughter, you know, and that's what happened to the Cadence and Shining Armor, you know, like all the Cadence bringing you pizza stuff, like Shiny being like either a cock or a himbo. I felt a lot of sorrow for the Student Six because when I discovered them, I was like in the middle of like entering my final year in university, and so to me, like I identified with them a lot. Like I felt like I was watching my childhood end, and so I felt like they would never get this chance to be like adopted and loved by the fandom in the way that they would have if the show went on for like 3 or 4 more seasons, maybe even one more season, you know, like someone would like pick some shit up. And like at the time there was not a lot of Student Six content, and I thought that they were so fucking cute. Like I loved their designs, and I like what they meant to the show, because the My Little Pony movie is kind of about Twilight realizing that like Equestria is in this like utopia, but like has been so xenophobic essentially that like an isolationist that they've ignored everyone outside their borders, and it's about like, you know, her brand of friendship, like her realizing that she has to, as a princess, reach out to everyone else around them on the continent. And I like how the Student Six represented like a new beginning in that way. And so I got really attached to them, and I was like really like weepy over the show ending at that time, because I was also like, you know, like going through a lot of life milestones, and they writing about them either being sad or like growing up and then growing apart, or them like, you know, like just like doing the stuff that I remember doing not a few years ago, but like could not do anymore, brought me a lot of comfort. So the Student Six to me, I think, were really adequately timed for someone who had been watching the show since season 1 or 2, and were now a lot older and wiser, and they could get the chance to experience a new main six, while the main six were, you know, like still around, but like you can't write season 8 Rainbow Dash in the same way that you write season 1 Rainbow Dash. And so you have the Student Six for that, and you have them learning about how hard friendship is, because that never changes. Like friendship is, and connection is like really hard, and it's interesting to see non-ponies deal with that, because ponies have this really specific way of being that like you've been used to for the last 7 or so seasons, and now you have these people who are from completely outside that culture, and they have to go through that. And I think that it was just a really compelling story to me. And also, like, it's a boarding school fantasy. Like, I grew up on fucking Harry Potter, and that shit's like super comfy. Like everyone, no, like who doesn't like that kind of shit? And
yeah.
so, yeah. And also Gallus, so cute. Yeah.
Okay, that's a good lead. The way you ended that is actually a good lead into this next question. Out of all the characters, which one do you want to fuck the most?
Yeah, it's Gallus. It's definitely Gallus. It's
Easy.
He's fucking asking for it. He's such a little bitch. And he,
Hey, yo.
you know, he's got an ass, and he's like really. Yeah, I think, you know, after a few nights
That
with
is,
me, he like would not even blink if you like just hilted him like right away.
That explains like every time I read your stories, there's always a butt joke with Gallus.
Oh yeah. You can if you know me, the layers of like the things that I end up writing in my prose, like they just end up. You can see where my mind is at for sure, for sure.
You're
I
focusing on the plot essentially.
yeah, absolutely. Like I don't know. I'm not super unhinged when I go and interact with people. Well, actually, no, that's not true at all. But yeah, I don't know where I was going with that.
You're not super unhinged when you interact with people. Hey,
I
I've
am
talked.
pretty unhinged when I
I was going to
interact with
say,
people.
Gallus was the first thing you started talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I've talked to you before. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I like to think that I'm not, but I absolutely am.
I
I think
remember.
the degree to which I'm unhinged is a little different when I write a story. I can really just like put it out there, you know. Whereas if I'm talking to someone, I have to wait until the proper time to bring up like how much I want to fuck a Wings of Fire character or something.
I was actually gonna bring that up. Like, we were talking about like speaking of unhinged, we were talking about the new characters in Arc 2 of Wings of Fire and fucking
Arc 3, you mean?
no Arc 2.
Oh, Arc 2. Okay.
Yeah, we're talking about like how the new characters are still considered kids, and in all caps you just wrote they have to be of age, or otherwise I would be in trouble for saying all the things I said about Turtle's butt.
Okay. Let's start there. The okay. To defend myself, I think Arc. Okay, well, one, Wings of Fire is what you make of it. Like if we're writing fan fiction, we can say that like this is this, but like also too, I believe that all the Wings of Fire characters are around the same age as the Arc 1 characters leaving the cage. At which not the cage, the cave, and at which point they were basically considered to be adults, but the Talons of Power wanted them to wait a few more years, and they were like, "Fuck that," and they left anyway. Spoilers for Wings of Fire Arc 1, the like literal like first 30 pages of the book, but Arc 2, I don't know. I feel like they're kosher. If I didn't feel like they were adults, I would not have said the things I've said about Turtle. But Turtle is so fucking hot.
I mean,
Weird way to go, but okay.
there's a fan. You just consider them adults in your own canon because it's not really that specified. It's not really specified, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, like
I've never read Wings of Fire. What is it? Is it dragon? Is it about dragons?
oh yes,
It's about dragons. Like so a very simplified way I would say is like imagine warrior cats but with dragons.
Yeah.
But I would say that Wings of Fire is infinitely better in terms of like if you want a masterclass in how to write middle grade fiction or like even like simplified prose, as a like adult writer approaching it from that perspective, read Wings of Fire because the author is so good, and I think that the ways in which she chooses to tell the story are really really interesting if you're paying attention to the choices that she's making, because like there are points where she makes the more difficult story-wise decision but the more interesting one, and you can tell that she really is a good writer, not just for children but just like overall, and like the way that she can condense so much information into a single sentence is extremely valuable. It's like poetry sometimes reading some of her prose, and it's really good if you like dragons. Like not even sexually, like if you just think they're cool. I would say I would say Wings of Fire is like pretty fucking awesome. Like I think it's a really great story, regardless of the target demographic. I mean, I'm fucking preaching to the choir. I'm talking to people who've familiar with My Little Pony in some aspect, but
No,
like it's
I
in that
actually-
same way where it's like you watch season 1 and you're like, holy fuck, I'm having a good time.
Yeah, I actually, no, like, you're good. Like, I actually wanted to talk about Wings of Fire. That's actually part of my list of questions because I know you're into that. I'm also into that. I believe it was Jack of a Few Trades who got you into it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, well, I mean, okay, so like he talked about it a lot, and so that definitely put the like seed in my mind. And then I think last year, around like the beginning of last year, I got the news. I got the news that my dog was like very old and like we would probably have to put him down soon. And I immediately was like, I'm gonna get really high for like a month, and I'm gonna read Wings of Fire because I need some kind of like thing to deal with this. So I did that, and what I found was that Wings of Fire was really, really good outside of me needing like that escape. And I was like, holy shit, like this is crazy. And I like would not shut the fuck up about that. And yeah, I guess I do have to thank Jack for that because he made it really clear that like one, all the audiobooks are available on Spotify if you have a subscription. And also
Shane
like
McManus,
he just said it was really good, and I trust his taste. So
yeah, Shane McManus does a great job with the audiobooks. But you say you should thank Jack. You should actually be thanking me because I was the one who got Jack into the books.
Yeah, I think like 8 months after I got into it, I was like, did McGonagall have like a glory profile picture for a long time, or am I crazy? And then I was like, oh, like he likes Wings of Fire, and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah. I actually have this joke where like I am responsible for the entire Wings of Fire fandom because after I got Jack into it, he just went off and told a whole bunch of people about it, and it just became like a little subgroup of people. Yeah, I am responsible for the book selling well, single-handedly.
That's I believe
royalties.
Yeah, I'm owed royalties. I made you 2ET Sutherland. Pay me. Yeah. I was just like okay, so like I ordered the book on Amazon because I was like, this is like around the time I kind of realized, oh, I'm really into dragons. I might be a Skelly because I've always been into Spyro. I've always been drawn to dragon characters. And then I just saw the book on Amazon, so I was like, it's only $6. I'll order it. And I did not get into it right away because I thought the artwork on the cover it looks very generic. I thought it was just gonna be like very child friendly, standard dragon adventure. And then I got to the scene where a character gets their throat cut open.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna continue this. I still don't think it's good, but I'll continue it. And then I got to the ending. I got to the ending, the fucking ending with Keystro. I was like, how can you end a book like that? I'm ordering the next one right now. like what makes okay? It's like what makes.
Dude, she knows how to keep you going.
Yeah, like what makes like it makes like Keisha is interesting because like she's a very unlikable character, but you like her in a weird way. You kind of like her through how unlikable is, and kind of in a way where it's like you kind of wanted to see her grow as a character. You're very interested in seeing how she grows on a character, and then the ending happens. And
that's what I mean. Like, is like she'll do things like set up a character arc and you'll be like, oh, okay, like I guess I know where this is going, and then they fucking die and you're like,
spoilers.
Oh,
You just spoiled Keystro.
I'm like kind of sad. No, it's fine.
Who dies?
It's all right.
The main character
Someone
dies at the
died.
end of
They're
Okay.
not the main character, but like they are connected to.
They're pretty
some-
important.
yeah, they are connected to some other characters. Yeah.
You heard it here first. An important character
You-
dies at the end of the first book.
Yes. Okay. So to be fair, that is just the first book because like there's like a whole slew of characters that the book explores, and what I really like about Wings of Fire is all the characters just being dragons just adds to the charm. They're really just good characters on their own.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny that the only series that Tui has written that isn't performing well is the one with the humans.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just shows that people want dragons.
They definitely do, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, just something else I want to point out about the series for people who haven't read it. It explores a new character perspective every single book, which I don't know a lot. I don't know a lot of book series that do that. Not at the top of my head.
Yeah, it's like it makes for a really interesting experience because when you end a book, you're like, oh, like I don't want to fucking leave this perspective yet. And then you read the next book and then you discover a whole lot of things that like you didn't know from the last book about that character because the last book was from a different perspective, obviously. And so when you start going further and further into whatever respective arc you're in, you know what someone is thinking without even being in their perspective because you've been in their perspective before, and it makes for a really unique way of like knowing the characters. Like it's really really cool. It makes you feel like you know them like as people, because a lot of what Tuiti Sutherland, the author, does is that she loves to play, and this is part of why I like her, because I do this same, I try to do the same thing with my writing, and it interests me as well as like a lot of the characters like kind of easily fit into like an archetype, and when you read their perspective book you learn about everything that doesn't have to do with who they are on the surface, and they become this like really well-rounded person, and then when you get out of their perspective and they're back to being that archetype, you can read between the lines. Like she'll put hints as to what the character is like thinking, and you can read between the lines even with like a really subtle gesture, you know, like Tsunami like curling her tail around herself like can mean a lot of things to the characters within the world, but like you know definitely what she's feeling in that moment because you've read the second book in that arc. And I don't know. It's really cool. Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, I do have like a few criticisms with the series. Thankfully, most of them aren't very major. I guess like the most major one I have is book 5. Like it ends like it ends it's the final arc of the first set of main characters. It should be this big important book, and not only is it just standard, but Tui tries to fit in all these things that set up the next arc. So there's a lot going on, and it just befuddles the pacing a bit. Because of that, Sunny's book is probably my least favorite in the series. Even though I like Sunny, I think she's a great character. Thankfully, like something that's great about Tui is like she actually did seem to learn from her mistake, because book 10 is the best book in the entire, or next to Dark Saga.
Book 10 is so fucking good.
Yeah, it is so good because it learns this lesson from book 5 and makes it even longer and fits in this even bigger story. It actually feels like you're reading this big adventure that's coming to its conclusion. It is so good.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and the way they solve the plots, like they solve the plot in a very creative manner. It's just bone apple tea. That is the cherry on top.
Bone app the teeth.
bony African feet.
Yeah.
Yes. What was my other criticism? Oh yeah, my other criticism was
The dragons should have more gay sex.
they should
How much do they have already?
They have
Not
like a
enough,
little
really.
bit, but like definitely not enough. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sex is reference. It's not reference outright. There's in one book there's actually an outright mention of rape, which is impressive for young adult fiction.
What book was that? What the fuck?
This dude's gonna go investigate.
It's an arc too. They're talking about like when Arctic was kidnapped. They're talking about like how they would use him as breeding, and of course that
Oh.
this isn't a major spoiler.
Yeah?
This isn't a major spoiler. That ended up being a lie. It turns out like no, he was just dating a Nightwing.
Yeah. Okay, that's wow. Fuck, I never thought of that.
They just outright mention yeah.
Oh, that
he
makes
breeds
sense
like-
why they hate Nightwing so fucking much.
Yeah.
Jesus. Oh my god.
Yeah,
That's crazy. Holy shit.
But
Yeah.
But yeah, my criticism was even though like I like the character switches every book, like it adds like another layer to the story. It kind of leaves more room to explore for all the characters. Like the stuff in Tsunami's book, which I won't go into, just the stuff with her dad. I would like to see that explored more.
I that's like kind of like one of the underrated things of the series that I really like is that like she never fucking talks about that. And it's like I think it's interesting because like neither would I. Like I would not tell a soul. I would not tell like anyone what happened with that. And
Yeah.
she doesn't. And I think that's kind of there are a lot of anticlimaxes in Wings of Fire that I think ultimately make a lot of sense for the characters. Like you don't ever really get any parts where like someone tells Sunny like I'm so sorry for like underestimating you. You know, like there's not a lot of like deep climactic conversations like that. It kind of just progresses in a more realistic way where like within a character's inner monologue their opinion of the character has changed and they will treat the character differently, but they'll never have like you know like a giant conversation with like a sweeping orchestra behind them. Like I definitely would like a little bit more of that, but I think it's interesting how the series is already so good without that.
Yeah, and they do kind of explore it like a little bit more, like with like now that we're actually like talking about it and you do bring that up, that kind of got me to realize something about the series. A lot of the series is a metaphor for war trauma, because there is this like ongoing war
Mhm.
throughout the series, and you do see like how the war impacts like all the various dragons, and they're all going through a little drama. And during Starflight's book, when he's what was it, like the Dream Seeker, the thing that allows him to go through dreams, whatever it's called.
Yeah. Dream Visitor.
Yeah, the Dream Visitor, like he goes to tsunamis, and he just sees her like reliving this trauma. Like it's just like a thing that follows her around. Yeah, like just the deeper implications of it, the more you get into it. Like it's a children's book, but there's actually some deep connotations to it.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. You go.
I think you
I was just saying it was nice.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay. Fuck, what was I gonna say? Yeah. It like that's what I mean by like the book acknowledges the like greater implications of everything that's happening like very vaguely, but like it stays within what it is for the sake of the target demographic of the book. And I think it's really interesting for for like a middle grade series to do that. And it reminds me a lot of one of my favorite pony fan fictions, actually, which is Just a Little Baddie, just like it's like an OC Bat Pony moves to Ponyville story, but like within that, I think like the way that the main character interacts with her parents, like her parents talk to her very maturely, but like they yeah, obviously she's like a fucking she's a filly in that fic, so like they don't like give it all away, but like you can tell when she's like caught her parents like almost about to have sex. Like you can tell like that her parents are like making like really clandestine dirty jokes to each other, but like she doesn't get it. And in her monologue, like she like is like, what the fuck are they talking about? They're being really weird. And like that kind of life in the characters that like isn't expanded upon but is acknowledged by the author both in that fic and in Wings of Fire really interests me when it comes to like writing for like a younger audience. Like I think that that's like super interesting. When I was in school, I did a lot of classes and like a lot of my focus when it came to my degree, which is writing. It was based off of like figuring out like the ins and outs of like writing for children and young adults. And I think that the way that you have to change your language and exposition and the world and the themes in order to suit who you're speaking to, I think really interests me. I think that's a lot of why people like my stories is that like I think when I write a lot of stuff, like I'm doing it with like the intention to like make someone like I'm doing it with the intention to speak to like the fandom, or like at least like the readers that like I know that I will have, is like it feels like I'm in dialogue with them in that way. And I think that's kind of what makes that kind of writing special to me.
It's a very personal connection, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice. And
Yeah.
and I guess like still like while we're on the Wings of Fire discussion, there is like one important thing we gotta talk about. Darkstalker.
So hot.
So hot.
He's so evil.
Even as a straight man, I'm like, that dude's I would definitely fuck him.
What does he look
Well,
like?
what makes it hot?
Huh?
No, he's just like he's kind of a gaslighter. Like he's kind of like a fucking absolute just prick.
What the
And like
fuck? Why do you like that?
He's a very complex
there's
character.
something about like toxic monsters, is like if like Godzilla like wanted me to like fetch a beer and then like bitch slap me because like my hands made the beer too warm. Like there's something fun about that.
Oh,
All right,
yeah.
you know what? I don't know. What the fuck?
Have you read?
I'm in the wrong conversation here.
Have you read Darkstalker's book? Yeah, this is easily the best book in the entire series.
No, I'm
Dude.
saving it because you know what happens is that I keep getting new people into Wings of Fire, and then I'm like, I've read every book except for Darkstalker, and when you finish, we can read Darkstalker together. And then they like completely catch up, and then by that point, someone else will have picked up the series, and then I'll tell them like, when you catch up, we can read Darkstalker together because I've read every book other than Darkstalker.
Dude.
And the Runaways Winglet. And like I'm waiting. I know that there's a lot of good stuff waiting for me with Darkstalkers, so I'm excited. But like also I'm kind of glad that I haven't read it yet because I don't want the ride to end. And I know it's gonna be a few years until we get more. So
Dude. I'll read Darkstalker with you. I got you, bro.
Holy
Oh my
fuck.
goodness.
Yes. Yeah. There's a reason why it's the best book of the series. It's also the darkest. It's fucking awesome.
Hmm.
There's
That's the name.
it outright opens with a scene of a character getting their throat cut open in like a very visceral way, and just slamming down against a table.
That's awesome. I mean, I would not expect anything more.
No.
I mean, anything less from Wings of Fire.
Yeah, and you mentioned Warrior Cats earlier.
Um,
Fun fact: 2ET Southern. Okay, so Aaron Hunter is not a real person. Okay.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
a pen name.
Yeah. 2ET Southern actually wrote for one of the books.
Yeah, she did like a novella for them, right? Like she was like a that makes a lot of sense because like when you read Wings of Fire, up until book I think like 10, maybe even 15, like all the books are like a really they're a set amount of pages. Like you can tell a little bit when she's trying to condense information so that it fits within whatever her imprint has like given her, like whatever page limit she has. Um and the Warrior Cats books are just like that. Like they have like this like almost they have a really hard structure that they have to fit into, and that definitely shows. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, I guess like to round up like the Wings of Fire discussion, I don't think I have any more questions revolving around it, even though I would love to talk about it more.
Well,
But I guess okay, I guess just to round it up, which character would you fuck the most?
Blue,
Blue?
the star of book 11. Yeah, he's so fucking like you know when a dog sees like a rat and like they just want to like kill it. It's
Yeah.
like that, but like I also like when Blue says anything, like I just want to push him and then make out with him. It's like he activates my prey drive and my balls like in a really visceral way.
At the
And
same time.
yeah, it's like he's like such a little bitch. He's such a little fucking wimp, but he's so cute. And I think Blue the Silkwing is it would probably be the character who like a bloodhound would not be able to distinguish the scent of my cum and Blue's like entire body. Like it would be nuts. Yeah.
Nice.
We're getting some good content this stream.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Okay, for me, Glory.
Glory? Yeah, that's fair. Like, look, I want to fuck some of the girls in Wings of Fire. I just know that they would never let me do anything to them. Like I'm like
That's what makes them
I
hot. That's what makes them hot.
that's I guess that's true. I guess that's true. You know, I think I could riz up Moon. I think if you put Dragon Me and Moon in the same class, I could make something happen.
Okay, I think Moon's my favorite character actually, which is
Oh, I love Moon. She's so
Yeah.
cute. She's like she's such a sweet girl. Like I really like Moon.
yeah, and that's very interesting because some people in the fandom think she's a Mary Sue, which makes no sense whatsoever because she's
Little bitches.
yeah, she's a very limited character. I assume people would think she's a Mary Sue.
She is.
Yeah. I think people assume she's a Mary Sue because like okay, so like when her book is introduced, it's actually a clever change of pace because like her inclusion as the first character to be introduced in arc 2 feels very strategic from 2ET Sutherland because she has this ability to read minds. So so most of the book series is third person limited. That is actually a really good excuse to go third person omniscience. Um, yeah, I cannot pronounce the word, but yes, you know what I mean.
Omniscient.
Omniscient.
Good try.
Yes.
Good job.
Sounds like a Pokemon.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Good job.
yeah, I can see like why people would think she's a Mary Sue there, but like I don't know. This is based on pre-established world building, and Mary Sue implies she's good at everything. She's a know-it-all. No, she's just like this very anxious person I relate to.
Yeah. I mean, Moon is so fucking funny. Moon is like her level of anxiety is like extremely relatable, in a way that like I feel like after after Puss in Boots of The Last Wish, like you get a lot of characters who are just like randomly having panic attacks in movies, and it's kind of lame, but Moonwatcher, you will always be the fucking greatest, and the way that she's nervous about interacting with people feels very true, even though the reason why she's nervous about interacting with people is like not at all relatable, but like it's a really great way. She's just written so well. She's written beautifully, and I think that there's no one who could have started a new arc and cast of characters and like world like Moonwatcher could have. And she's such a good character. She's like, I think probably the second best character to me that exists in the series in terms of like writing.
But shout out to Jack. He's been in chat for a while. I meant to shout him out earlier.
I love you, Jack.
Hi, Jack.
I think he's been loving the Wings of Fire discussion.
Jack,
Absolutely.
Jack, if you're off work, you can join stream if you want.
Yo, I've never heard your voice before. Come here.
Yeah. Or if like if you just want to come, like if you're busy and but you have time to come in for a brief moment to say hi, you can do that too.
Yeah, we want to hear your voice.
Yeah, and how sensual it is. we want to hear which Wings of Fire character you'd fuck.
Talk about Quinter.
Is that one of the Arc 3 characters? Because I don't. I haven't read Arc 3 actually.
No, it's the Keepley and Winter ship because they're fucking gay as hell.
Okay. Oh yeah.
They're gay.
Oh yeah.
What can I say about Quinter that hasn't been said? Is like they the level of character chemistry that these two guys in this love triangle have. Like they're supposed to be fighting for this other girl, but like their banter is such that like I don't know. It's like it's so electric. It's insane that like two characters who like were not necessarily meant to have like a romantic arc have this much chemistry, and like it's in a way that feels deliberate, and it I don't know. It just like it boggles the mind. It's like it makes if you ship that ship, it drives you fucking insane. It's like, yeah, it's a little bit like House and Wilson and House MD.
Oh yeah. Speaking of
Jack of a few
Jack.
trades.
It's the famous.
Hello?
Hello.
I forgot about your accent.
Wow.
Speaking to that microphone a little more sensually for me, Jack.
Yeah, talk to me.
Speaking to the mic, bitch. I'm listening to the stream and in the call, and the lag is just killing me. Hi, hello.
Wow. You sound so. I like your voice. Wow, it's nice to hear you after years.
We have been talking for like what 6 years now. First VC.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello. What's up?
Chilling.
Nice. Your voice is way deeper than I could have ever imagined. Holy shit.
That's like I work in broadcasting. It's kind of a thing. But anyway, I am so happy to be here right now because
Hey, what's up?
we're talking about gay dragons and like
Mhm.
Yeah.
Why do I
Yeah.
get the
I feel
Why do I get the
I
feeling
feel like
this
I've
is just
disrupted the flow of the conversation here a little bit.
No, you didn't. Why do I get the feeling that this is just gonna be the conversation? The rest of the cast just wings of fire. We have like all these questions lined up, and then we're just stuck on this.
Yeah.
What? Do you have
because-
another question? Ask your questions.
Alex,
You feel free to interrupt.
Okay.
well, like the question is like it's not mandatory to get through all the questions, but like Alex does like have a few, and I think he only asked two.
Well, I was
I can
going to
do
ask about fan fictions you've written outside of MLP, so sort of come back
yeah.
to Wings of. Have you written any Wings of Fire?
I've written. Here, hold on. Let me go to my AO3 really quick. Archive.
Love the energy.
Shit, I can't fucking type right now. Am I logged into AO3? Shit, I'm not. Hold on. I've written a lot of Wings of Fire, and I've written. Okay. Let me give you the full rundown.
Oh,
So I've written around 50,000 words of a long form Wings of Fire fic. I've written around, I don't know, like 7,000 words more than that. So I guess like around 60,000 words of Wings of Fire. I have written a lot of B-Stars, which if you don't know, you should fucking read if you're interested at all in like furry stuff that like has like a purpose, like a lot. I feel like the reason why there are animal people is kind of glossed over in a lot of like quote unquote furry media, but like in Beastars, the manga and the anime, the reason that people are animals is like it's given a lot more weight, and it sets up a lot of really interesting and unique and incredibly emotional reasons for like why that happens and like how that works. And I think the manga Beastars is like one of the most unique things I've ever read, and I hold it in really, really high regard because like there comes a point where like you just feel so connected to the artist of that series. Like you can tell the emotions that she was feeling during certain panels and pages. I have a few fics on Helva Boss, which I used to really love, but I've like fell off in terms of my like opinion on like the writing of that series. But I still think the base characters are really great. I have some original work that I have like a single. I have like one original like thing, and then I have 46 Zootopia fan fictions.
I was going to say you had a
when
lot
I-
of Zootopia.
Delightful.
Yeah. When I first started writing for the internet, I had just finished high school and I was completely fucking obsessed with the movie Zootopia, and I ended up on the 4chan board /co, which is for cartoons, and the Zootopia thread there, and eventually we got that thread got fucking banned from that board because the mods are pieces of shit, and we ended up on /trash, which is the hidden porn board. Pro tip in case anyone doesn't know how to use fucking it's just like for like furry porn and other bullshit. I ended up on the /trash Zootopia general thread, which like had its own culture and stuff, but like okay, so 4chan is full of like absolute like just fuck bags, just total pieces of shit. But like I liked the idea that like anyone anonymously could like tell me that my work was like completely fucking garbage. Like I like the idea of being able to write something so good that not even like some asshole racist piece of shit could tell me that that fic was bad. And so I ended up writing a lot for that series. I mean, for that thread, because I wanted to have like a kind of like I thought of it as like a challenge, you know, like can I understand this like culture, you know, this like random, completely niche, extremely narrow internet culture, and could I like write stories that appeal to them? Because if I could do that, I could succeed anywhere, which I still have not, but it's still in the process. Anyway, I've written a lot of. Yeah, that's coming. That'll be on the way. I'll fucking we'll get me back on after I win a Grammy or whatever.
Yeah.
Oscar. That's it.
Yeah.
Trash is the first step.
Yeah, trash is the first step. I've written a lot of
Isn't the
dystopian
writing
fiction.
Isn't the writing award a
Oh,
Pulitzer?
yeah.
Yes.
You'll get one of them.
Usually, okay.
Yeah,
So usually,
I don't see myself winning a Pulitzer. The
Usually-
things that win Pulitzers are like essays and like
It's not
other
for
stuff,
journalism.
like articles.
Well,
I mean, you could
Well,
write,
journalism,
you could write
yeah,
an
that's
essay on Gallus's ass. Like, I'm
Well,
pretty sure that would have some that would have some true literary merit. I think that could change the subject. That could
Hey,
add to the culture, man.
even then, like
I'm not saying that it wouldn't. I'm saying that I wouldn't be recognized as having literary merit because the normies are cowards.
Okay, so,
Elected for induction into the Library of Congress for being aesthetically or culturally significant.
okay, so
Gallus's ass is aesthetically significant. Sorry, Mugs.
you're good. So Semillon, I think you would actually win one because most books that win the Pulitzer are the ones that are the most like politically engaging. Like if you pay attention, the winners often talk about like race or just like politics in general. And given like how you write your stories, yours were just like naturally qualified. Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, me, you know, if I wrote a book, like it's like I write about none of that shit, so like I would far from qualify. I'd be far away from that.
Yeah, the problem is like writing the fucking book.
Yeah, I have noticed. Okay, like you actually when you write, you actually make it look easy. How often do you actually struggle with writing?
Oh, if I'm in it, it's no fucking problem. The problem is being in it. So God, my writing process is so fucking annoying because for a long time now I've been unmedicated when I've obviously had depression.
What the fuck?
But I like I'm not God. I sound like an asshole when I say this, but like writing has always been like one of my only skills. Like from a really young age, like I've known that I could use the English language in a way that like my peers could not. I've always been really confident in my ability to at least present my perspective on things. And so when I'm like really on and I am really caring about the craft of writing and I'm confident, to me writing is exactly what I do when I write, which is like I just like close my eyes and like I kind of just like describe whatever my imagination sees. And it's like it to me it's a natural way. I don't know. It's always to me been like a really easy way to express whatever I've been feeling. Like I feel like I used to, when I was a kid, I used to have a really hard time expressing myself out loud. And when I write, I feel like because I have control of every single aspect of what I'm presenting to you, I can make myself feel completely understood in the way that I have never really truly felt with like another person just like talking. And I feel like when I write, I'm not afraid to be weird. It connects back to with that first question you said, like how are you so confident with being fucking weird? It's because it's interesting, and what you need to do when you write is like simply to tell a story that is interesting, that is entertaining, that is compelling, and I think that like everyone is interesting. Like there's not a single person in this world who doesn't have at least one interesting thing about them. And what you need to do, what your duty is as an artist is to break yourself down and like figure out what that is. And what I figured out really early on is that I'm not scared to talk about, like someone being hot, like in a way that like is apart from like just like making like cat calls. Like I'm interested in the process and the mindset of like being attracted to someone or something. And I think that like because I am super comfortable with that, when I put that into my writing, it puts in something that makes it unique in a way that that connects with people. Because when people see the parts of yourself that like you feel like you don't share with anyone, that you often find that like you're not actually that special. Like everyone's felt like that, but like the specific way that you do it is what makes your art unique. It's a weird dichotomy like that. And I think that when I'm in it, I can just write and write and write. And I think like the thing that I'm still attached to, and the thing that I'm still building up to, is when I wrote "Run Away with Me," which was a cozy heart, aged up cozy heart, and flurry heart. It was like them like falling in love and like running away together to like another dimension. It was like a whole thing. But I wrote like, what was that, like 8,000 words like in a week, and like they were 8,000 good words in a week, which like was like kind of nuts for me. And I only did one editing pass, and I'm that speed is what I am at my peak performance. But the thing is, like, when I'm out of that, like I have no fucking clue what I'm doing. It's like but I feel like that's like a common thing as well. Is like you just kind of, you know what you're doing until you don't. And I know exactly what I'm doing until I have no fucking clue what I'm doing. Like one day I just forget, and I spend like a month or two being like, I've lost it, I've lost my sauce. And my boyfriend's like, can you fuck off? Like you're really you're not what you're making yourself out to be. And it's like, I don't know, it's like I think I struggle a lot with discipline, with like being able to write when I'm not feeling it necessarily. And I struggle a lot with like my own perception of myself, because I care a lot about like what I come across as in my writing. And if I ever have like an internal conflict like that, if I'm not completely right like that, if I don't know who I am, then I have a lot of trouble writing. But if I know who I am and I'm like emotionally conflicted, then I'm gonna be writing like hell. I remember like a decent amount of my stories I've written like while crying, because like I didn't want the show to end. Like, and I read like some like sad thing. Like I think Where the Time Went, I read Friendly Fire by Aragon, and the end made me cry my fucking eyes out. And I was like, I need to write something. So I put on some Post Malone, and within like 4 hours, I had written like a fic about like how fucking sad I was, but I was just projecting my own emotions onto like a fake Ocellus in this like specific situation. And like, I think like the kind of dialogue and interaction that you have with like a fandom like this is like really valuable to me. Like I love how I can speak to people. I can write things that I know a specific person is going to understand and get, and like pick up on, and put it in a story, and then put it out there, and and they'll be in the comments doing exactly what I thought. And I think that's really interesting to me. Sorry, I started rambling. I have drunk this entire bottle of wine.
No, you're good. I've been since I started this podcast, I've been dreaming about getting drunk during the podcast. The only thing stopping that is we stream. I work nights, and we stream on work dates for me.
Just request a Friday off.
Just request. Maybe I will. Maybe next stream. It has to be the right guest. There's the thing.
Right, yes.
Oh, Semillon's not the right guest. Oh, I
Here's
see.
here's the thing. You didn't give me the idea until
Damn.
now. We're about to. Okay, so we're really into the discussion. We've been streaming for a while, so we're about to get onto like the final segments. I just have like one more question, and then I'm gonna let
Okay.
Jack. You still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna let Jack take over with questions for a few minutes if he has any. Okay, this question I have for you. Okay, it's entirely self-servicing, ego jerking, if you will.
Hold on, can I piss again?
Yes, just take the microphone with you.
Just give me like 2 seconds.
Okay.
Someone was getting very excited about that in chat earlier.
I saw that.
I mean, hey, we're streaming right now. I need to hear the stream.
You need to
That's
hear.
all I'm saying.
You need to hear the stream in the stream. I got you.
I need proof.
How are you? How's the weather, Jack?
Sunny and 75.
I thought you said you had like a severe weather going on.
No.
Oh,
And
No.
he lied.
liar.
Liar, liar. Plans for hire.
Do you want to plug anything while we're waiting for Semillon, Jack?
Nah.
It's smooth.
Not sell. Or Trixie and Spike go through the drive-through with the greatest story of all time.
You know that might be my magnum opus right there. I might have to promote that one.
Oh, which one?
Trixie and Spike go through the drive-through. Like, it's a really fantastic story about how about conflict and the people we are at our darkest moments.
Oh yeah, it's so much better than Set So. You got to read it.
Yeah, true.
Everyone read that sale. There's so many hot fucking bird guys.
Oh yeah.
I do. I want to. That's on my read later. It's near the top.
Jack, you'll like
Yo.
this. Jack, you'll like this. Actually, during Famous's stream, we actually had an entire conversation about that fic. Trixie and Spike go through drive-through.
It haunts me to this day.
I want to. You probably know the story about like the time you met. I love Kim Possible a lot. I actually hope we can have I love Kim Possible a lot on the podcast.
Is she still like active?
Holy fuck.
She's still active.
Like-
She's just not in the fandom anymore. But like, I want to have her on the podcast just so I can bring Famous on to tell that story.
Yeah, that's a name I haven't heard in years, man. God,
Jesus
she's
Christ.
back.
She's going through controversy with Lily Orchard right now. I won't say what that controversy is because I learned my lesson from last time for talking about it. But
because Lily Orchard sucks.
Lily,
Yeah.
that's the base of it. There's deeper accusations, but
All I know about Lily Orchard is the like Steven Universe is garbage and here's why, and it's literally the worst video ever made, like ever.
I
So
remember skipping through it. Like I've been meaning to watch entirely, but I remember skipping through it.
I-
She talks about
I refuse to click on it.
Yeah. Well, she actually says my favorite episode is the worst episode. Is the what's the name of it? It's the
Was it a Ronaldo episode? Did
No.
she really like a Ronaldo episode?
No. I said her least favorite episode is my favorite episode. That's what I said. So it's
Okay.
not gonna be a Ronaldo episode. I think it's Here Comes a Thought. I think that's the name of the episode. Or no, like thoughtful something, whatever.
Yeah, the one with the butterflies. Yeah.
Yeah. Her main point with that one is like the song in the beginning did not make any sense because it was about trauma, which misses the point of the song. The entire point of the song is to not fret about the little things because they're inconsequential to you. The best thing to do is just to observe this flaw you have and accept that it's part of you, and that is the easiest way to move on. It becomes about trauma later on. It works through these micro themes to build up to this bigger theme, and that's what makes the episode great. Then she just misses the point.
Yeah, I honestly, the best way to deal with trauma is to pound dudes.
Yes, that's why we have
It's
Semillon
true.
on.
Like that's it. That's all you got to do. Just
Yes, I'm trying.
Take
That's
some take some time to bounce on some dick. Come back to it when you feel like it.
well, well,
We
Semillon.
all need a break.
Well, Semillon, you
Oh
heard it.
yeah,
Let's
yeah,
go.
it was. You had a question.
Okay, okay. So like so this last question I have is actually ego jerking.
Okay.
It's about me because I'm cool.
Oh,
No, yes, and then I'll let Jack take over after. Okay, so you've edited me for a while. Okay,
yeah.
okay. You proofread my stuff. Okay, so out of like all the stuff you've read of me, which one is your favorite?
Ooh. Here, hold on. Let me take a little look see through your stories.
And I guess because, Jack's here, what's your favorite of Jack's?
I think, well, for you, I think that like throughout your journey with both Pink Scorch and no, I don't want to face overwhelming odds. No, wait, hold on. Sorry, I'm fucking high as shit. Changeling Theory is really good. Like that train chapter is really good in a way that like reminds me a lot of Moon Rising, where like I think you do a great job of going in and out of different characters' consciousnesses, and I think that like you first came to me for the bubble, and I was like, okay, this is gonna be wild. Like I guess I'm just like editing someone's like non-con story, but it didn't turn out to be that. It turned out to be like kind of fucking crazy. I really like. I think Changeling Theory is really good, especially as like like a horror fic. Like I think there are really few truly good horror fics that like make you still feel like you're reading MLP. Like I think Changeling Theory is really good. Um, I've really been enjoying everything that you've shown me from the Pink Scorch Iverse, and I like a green heartswarming because I wrote the ending. so yeah, I think I like those. Out of Jack's, I like everything Jack has written, but I think that hold on, let me take let me peruse through your little gallery here.
Just to stroke my ego real fast.
Yeah,
Tell
I'll
me how
stroke
much
you
you
real
love
fucking
me.
fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Imposter Syndrome was awesome. Unfortunately, I have a giant bias towards Ocellus and Smolder as a ship, because I fucking love them. I like Hot Cocoa is legal in Yakistan. I think that story is crazy. I really like Set Sail. I love Set Sail. I think it's so fucking comfy. It Set Sail is the same shade of like dark orange that like August is. Like I think Set Sail is so cozy and like beautiful and fleeting in the same way. It reminds me a lot about how I feel about the Student Six themselves. Like it gives me that like that level of nostalgia that makes my like chest feel heavy, and I really like that story. I think it's so comfy, and I look forward to you writing more chapters. And yeah, I think you're both great writers. So
Oh, thank you.
I'm not crying, I swear.
By the way, did you get the $5 I sent you through Patreon to say that?
meme, yeah.
Okay. Okay, good. Yes.
Like,
It was on
I'm just-
Subscribestar, but
yeah.
I get the confusion.
Like I feel like I owe you a big old sloppy kiss if Cam's okay with that.
I feel like maybe we'll see.
But on Changeling Theory, just want to let you know there is a new chapter being written right now.
Yo.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've been okay. So like, Change of the Theory. I'm gonna get interviewed on here one of these days. We're gonna be taking a break soon. I'm hoping we can get my interview in after the break. So I'm gonna talk about more on that one. But I've been taking my sweet ass time with Change of the Theory, mostly because it's like it is a fic I deeply care about, because like it expresses like all these creative ideas, and I just want to be in the right mood when I'm writing it, because yeah, it is a story I'm very careful about when I write. And you saw like the version of the current chapter that I wrote last year before I just disappeared off the face of fanfiction when I started my new job. The one where Silver Stream's in the cars and everything's like all green and there's blood raining down the windows.
So fucking good, that
Yeah.
one. That one's so like The Shining.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's I don't know if that scene is gonna make it into the current chapter, because now it's taking place from Smolder's
Oh, no.
perspective. But
Ooh.
I'm thinking, okay, since chapter 10, which is off the walls insane, I'm thinking I'm at the point of the story where I can just go, I can just do whatever I want with this now. So I might, so like this next chapter might just be even crazier. I don't know, like the main challenge is figuring out, okay, so like the plot is kind of in this place where I have to play around with it and get creative.
That's sick.
Yeah, but yes, and enough about me. Jack, do you have questions about Semillon?
Okay, what's your full legal name, social security number, and home address?
You
We've
heard
already
it.
covered this.
You heard it. Give all of it. Just remind us.
My name is Chet Hanks, and I live in shit. I'm not well equipped to go through with this bit.
It's okay. It's okay, Chet Hanks. Take your time.
Write it down.
I do live in the same city as where MLP was produced and voice acted. So that's as doxy as you'll get me.
Ponyville.
Milwaukee,
yeah,
Wisconsin.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And my social security number is I don't remember it. And yeah,
Thanks, Chet.
I don't actually exist. I'm undocumented.
A figment of our
Like the Terminator.
imaginations, if you will.
You're an AI.
Yeah.
You're like John Connor.
I'm
in
a
the
little
Terminator.
bit. I'm kind of like Jesus.
Oh,
Kind of like Jesus.
He was a Terminator
Yeah.
Could
too.
be a show.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, you know how you could take a lot of dick. I'm like Jesus that way.
I mean, Jesus took a lot of dick, just metaphorically.
Oh, there's a lot of what they don't show you in the Gospels.
This is true. This is this is the parts of the Bible that are too hot to handle.
How do you think he got his 12 disciples to stick around?
Yeah, the Bible
For
extra.
real.
Yeah, the Bible extra large.
I mean, can't spell the Bible without "by." That's all I'm saying.
Yo.
Do you have any serious questions for him, Jack?
Yeah. I do want to ask about your
Mhm.
your predilection to putting the student six into a polycule. I just kind of wanted to have you expound upon that, because I fucking love it. And
Yeah.
I just want to pick your brain for a moment.
I think
Mhm.
I don't know. I just like I love the student six so much that like I cannot sometimes it's like too hard for me to bear to separate them. And I think that like the circumstances of their meeting and like the things that they've gone through together, I feel like is such a great base for a relationship between any of them that like I don't feel like like I don't think that necessarily like they all have chemistry with each other, and specifically in the way that I write them, they definitely have chemistry with each other, because like if I'm writing one of them, that person that character is gonna want to fuck all of them, because I think they're all beautiful, and I think they're all like so adorable, and I think that if I were in the same situation where I'm at some like boarding school where I'm learning how to do friendship, and I'm experiencing like how awesome it is to have like a close group of friends it is for the first time. um I don't think it'll be hard. I don't think it'll be easy for me to be able to differentiate between the platonic and the romantic. And I think that in all of the fics where I've written the student six as a polycule, like it's been as like a point that like I don't know, that the bond between these characters is so strong and so beautiful to me that like I think that I just wanted to see them all together, like completely harmonious in a way that um I don't see a lot with like with polycules in other fics. It's either like a really fucky love triangle, or it's like Itumama Tambien, or it's like just like kind of it focuses on like the drama aspects. And like I think what polyamory and polycules deserve in fiction and in art is to show that um you can be happy being in love with more than one person, and if you are happy being in love with more than one person, that you're not a piece of shit, that can work in a way that like is genuine if you are genuine. And when I write the student six, they tend to be pretty fucking genuine. They tend to be taking Twilight Sparkle's lessons to heart, because I think that when I write the student six, I'm always thinking about how it must feel for like to be a shit eating like rat catching orphan in Griffinstone, and to suddenly get plunked into this like boarding school where you immediately make like five like super hot friends, and it's like, what the fuck are you to do then, like but like and taking that concept of like harmony and friendship and togetherness and unity, and like kind of like pushing that, I think is what makes it is what is interesting to me sometimes, and especially when I write the student six polycule. Like I think they all work together, and I like how they bounce off of each other. Like sometimes I'll be writing, and then like a lot of character, I'll come up with ideas for characters to like say something that like I would have like planned out, and it's like it feels like a real conversation that I'm witnessing between six friends, and just adding that romantic element, I think, I don't know, has made a lot of people feel happy reading that, because it's something that they don't see a lot. And it's back to what I said about like, like you're familiar with like a romantic fluff story, but like you haven't seen it between six characters. And there's something inherently interesting about that. And there's something very familiar with that. And I think that combination that makes for a really good story. So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that, because it's the kind of thing where it's like my brain, like, and I think most people's brains are kind of hardwired to just understand monogamy. Like you get it. It's intrinsic. It's not hard to understand. But whenever you expand that out, it becomes a little bit like, it's a little bit of a mind fuck, but in a good way. It's like, huh, yeah, like I could see this happening. I can understand how like how something like this could work, as strange as it is, as convoluted as it may seem. It just works because it's
Yeah,
because it's like genuine. Yeah.
Yeah, that really, like, when I have those conversations, like I get it a lot from people where people are like, I really like this, but it could never be me. And I think that that's really interesting. It makes me feel good as a writer because it makes me feel like I've portrayed something real. Because when you see another person's life, you know, like that could never be you. You're not that person, but you understand how they function. And I think that a lot of poly people tend to feel that way. I mean, there are like a fuck ton of poly people on like dating apps and shit who are just absolutely just like the worst people you've ever met. But I think in like fiction allows for you to break down that barrier a little bit and imagine that like people might not be shitty and maybe even like open that door a little bit like in your real life like you can, if you understand how these fictional characters work, maybe eventually you can understand how you might work in that same situation. And I think that like I think that that reflecting life in that way and like highlighting, you know, like people who don't usually get that kind of spotlight is good and is necessary in order for the art of writing to continue. And I think that uh, I think that I am very happy with like the reception that I've received whenever I've written stuff like I don't know, fucking like Friends Who Mull Together. And I think that people tend to view romance in the form of like soulmates. You know, it's like it's you and this one other person because that's how nature is. But nature's not fucking like that, and people don't always do things that are natural. They don't always do things that are immediately necessary or make sense within the context of evolution or like making, I don't know, like surviving. And I think that like fan fiction especially is like kind of a place where you can work out weird ideas like that. Like you can make Twilight Sparkle eat a blueberry and suddenly inflate to the size of a fucking bouncy house and then explode, and then that's like somehow sexually gratifying. Or you can question the nature of monogamy through like Silverstream wanting to fuck Smolder and Gallus and like feeling conflicted about that. And I think that like
All those examples are
speaking to
fetish
people like
based.
that, yeah, all those examples are fetish based, I think. But like fetish, I'm hammered enough that like all I can think of is weird fetishes. So
Is the blueberry one? Is that a real
Wait,
fic
wait.
you're thinking of?
We should have just saved you for episode 69. That would have been perfect. You know what?
oh, bring me back for episode 69.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I'll note that down. That'll be a good cast. We'll just talk about nothing but horny shit.
Oh yeah. Bring me back whenever you want. I'll give you a full rating on like any pony porn artist you name. Like I'll rate every single image in their gallery because
Oh my god. Why do
there's a giant chance I've been through it.
I have a pretty extensive Derpy Brewer catalog. Why do I feel like yours is bigger than mine?
I feel like mine is probably more narrow than yours, to be honest.
How many images do you have favorited?
I don't have a lot. Like I kind of just remember artist names, and then when I'm horny, I'll be like, fucking, drip pony, or whatever. Like fucking, I have when my penis is hard, my brain is like another being. It's like it has access to like a whole database of shit that I can't remember.
Okay, I checked my.
Semillon's
Unlock
a
the forbidden
connoisseur,
memories.
so it's
Yeah, I
Yeah,
checked.
I'm a connoisseur.
You like
Oh.
you enjoy your fetishes like a fine wine. You like to let it sit for a while.
I think fetishes are really like interesting and fun in that way. Like I like fetishes I don't fucking understand. Like I like stuff like blueberry inflation because I'm like, there's no way that someone is making this up. This is like a real person's mind that I'm reading right now, and it feels like so incredibly intimate in that way. It's like that one guy who really likes to commission like fictional women buying Wonder Bread in the apocalypse. It's like
I was holding my tongue to reference that, and I was just waiting for the opening to mention.
well, it's like have you all there's that one the tile green text. I like there's like the I forget what the specifics are. It's like a woman thinking of like bathroom tile or something like a like that. I remember like understanding it for 1 second and like getting a little bit aroused and then just completely losing it and being like, wait, I don't fucking get this. And I think that's so interesting how like fetishes and sexual stuff, like all that, like all the funny shit that has to do with sex, like that there's nothing you can make up there. Like that is the human experience in a way that like whatever fucking bullshit Disney Star Wars show is like going on right now, like cannot connect to.
Hey.
Like they're I mean they're some of them are very good.
Careful, I'm
Some of
watching
them are very
Mandalorian
good.
right now. You almost ruined something I like.
And it's like I don't know, it's like like I think that what I really have been appreciating more and more about the internet is that like I can see into people's souls in a way that they would never fucking show me if we were like coworkers or like even just like normal friends without like like years and years of trust. I like it when people are extremely honest about what is in their heads, and I think that like I aim to do the same when I write a story.
Yes, girl, I'll let you proofread from my alt account.
I would do a pretty good job, I think.
Yes.
All right.
What were you saying, Jack?
I was gonna say I have one more question, but
Okay,
if
real
you're
quick, I just wanted to reference something. I did check my Derpy Bureau Semillon, 418 in favorites.
Jesus Christ, bud. I kind of just like save pictures. I don't really favorite on Derpy Brew, but I should do that more.
I favorite so I can save space on my computer.
That's fair.
And all of those images are based on quality. But yeah, what was your question, Jack?
yeah, my last question was going to be when Never Seen.
Oh fuck! I'm gonna reboot it. I've had this idea for a while. I think that when I get back to it, it's going to be, I'm gonna make it so that it's like a tight 40 to 50,000 words, and I'm gonna write it all at once, and then I'm gonna send it to you, and I'm gonna send it to Miller, and it's gonna be great, and then I'm gonna release it all, and I'm never gonna get a comment about the hiatus ever again, and it's gonna be awesome. But it's not happening yet because I haven't finished my Wings of Fire fic, and I haven't finished any of the original fiction that I'm planning out, and I came up with a movie idea yesterday, and I have like 2 comms that I'm working on. I have a lot happening that I don't have enough time for, but eventually the answer is Never Seen eventually, because I think that Never Seen really gets to a lot of one of my favorite themes with like both the Student Six and just like in anything is like I like it when friends grow apart and then have to reconnect for some reason. I think that it's the nature of that like connection is like super interesting to play with, and I like the idea of like nostalgia and reality like clashing in a way that isn't fucking cheesy, and or at least cheesy by my standards. And yeah. The answer to your question is eventually.
I'm looking forward to the day that I eventually get to read more of that because, my God, I love it.
It's rough because some of the best prose I've ever written is in Never Seen, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm not gonna go back to it as it is. And when sometimes people ask me for like stuff that I've written that I'm really proud of, and it's like I can't just link you this random Never Seen chapter, but like it's in there. I'm really proud of that.
Yeah, speaking of which, I wasn't here for the first half of the cast. Like, was it ever asked what your favorite thing you've written is?
I meant to ask that. I haven't.
Oh shit. That's a great question. I think right now my most recent thing that I've written is my favorite thing. Like I think it's a really good showcase of what I'm currently capable of. It has it's I've been playing more and more with like breaking syntax and with kind of dramatic irony in a way that I haven't been able to completely execute until now. And I think Soft and Pink, my Galbar story, that is the most recent thing that I've published. I'm really proud of as like a showcase of what I'm really what I'm good at in terms of like horror and the depth of like unhealthy almost devotion in the romance that I write. But I think generally my favorite thing that I've written, I don't know, it's hard. Like I really like Drusy. Like I like the Pussy Candle one because it makes me laugh.
You're welcome for that one, by the way.
Oh yeah, I'm very thankful for you for that.
Real quick, I'm sorry to interrupt. I just want to say my favorite of yours real quick. I think it might be Petty Theft, just because you know I'm a stickler for comedy. I really like the delivery of the humor in that fic. That's the delivery is really good.
I was gonna mention Petty Theft. I think I did a pretty good job with that one. I think
Yeah.
I like the comedy in that one. I like the way that the characters play off of each other.
I like the okay. So like
Yeah.
I like humor where you can kind of tell like what the writer's thinking when they throw in the joke, and most of your humor was like is like, I think it's funny. Fuck it. That's like the gist I get from your humor.
Yeah. I think like I don't think I'm your guy when it comes to stand-up comedy, but I think when I write humor in like a packaged story, I'm like not too bad at it because I think a lot of comedy just comes from, I don't know, just like just being able to like make yourself laugh. And I think that like I think a lot of Petty Theft makes me laugh. Um I like Do Wings Turn You Gay, Headmare Twilight, because I wrote that very quickly and then it's become like my my most favorited fic, I think.
Yeah, just looking, it's almost to 1,000 likes.
Goddamn.
That one's fucking nuts, and a lot of it is just like meta humor. Like a lot of it is just like the shit that I say when I'm like drunkenly watching old MLP episodes with my friends. And so I like that one as like a example of like who I am as like a person. I like Hot Swap. I like my very first story, just out of nostalgia. But I think my favorite story, at least right now, it's Soft and Pink. Or I think Never Seen has a lot of things that I'm very proud of, and that it contains a lot of things that I will probably be forever exploring in whatever I write for the rest of time. And oh, Does She Know is fucking kind of awesome.
Oh yeah.
Does
I
She
was
Know's
about to
kind
mention
of
that
lit.
one because that's I think that's my personal favorite of what you've written because yeah, it's like I think that one might be the purest, like most concentrated form of what you were talking about earlier with the your interest in the like the exploration of how people are attracted to each other. And just like how it's more so much more than just like, oh, you're hot. And just like how like love is built and how attraction is built and all that. It's just it was lovely. And
Thank you.
and also Gallus dipping his balls in soy sauce was pretty great too.
I will
That was pretty funny.
I will say I think like the way I write Smolder, I think that's partially influenced by you.
Oh yeah.
It's influenced by your Smolder and Chap's Penguin Lips, the way he writes her.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I like my Smolder. I love my Smolder. I love
just-
writing Smolder. I love Smolder's my favorite of the Young Six.
She's my favorite to write, just because she's a really fun character to write. Like she's just like this character, like from like a writing perspective, you just see her as this person. Yeah, she doesn't give a fuck. She's gonna say whatever the fuck she wants to say, and that's what I love about her.
Yeah, I like how dragons, like the average dragon, which like Smolder is supposed to be, because that's what she represents in the Young Six. Like I like how self-assured and self-confident she is, and I like the ways that friendship propaganda like kind of like change her in a way that like I don't know, like I like Gallus obviously is like such a great character because like you can play with him in a lot of ways that were in where fucking but like he really obviously needs friendship. Like he's such a little sarcastic like hurt bitch that like you can tell that like he just needs a hug. Smolder I don't think needs a hug, but I like getting her to a place where she will willingly admit that she wants a hug. I think that's really interesting. And I think that like the way that she's lived her life as like something to be proud of and you know like not even something to be ashamed of after she has like whatever character arc she has. Like I think that like getting her to like a place of complete change is like it's so fun. It's such a good time, and it makes you think a lot about how the show and the themes friendship is magic has affected you as a person. And I like how much she makes me think about my own self. Because like dragons tend to be very like id based, like they just fucking do whatever they want, and I think it's cool to see that develop in the same way that you know like if you've seen Chainsaw Man, like you get to see Denji evolve and grow his like Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and I think that's really cool.
Yes. I just want to say real quick, Jack, you'll love Chainsaw Man. I think you should check that out.
We'll see.
Oh, it's fucking awesome. I'm just saying. See, I this is according to a friend. I haven't read the manga, but he did, and he says season 1 ends right before the most intense moments of the manga.
That's very true. That's very true.
Yes, and they have a movie, and it has a movie along the way, which I look forward to. I thought the anime was like the first time in a while I was that hooked into something.
Yeah, I will admit here that I've never like anime tends to be it tends to fall very flat for me. It takes a very special one to actually like get through to me and make me see past all of the like the boing. Fucking boobs
Yeah.
boobs falling in front of the camera.
You're talking about the
kind of
generic
bullshit.
stuff. You're talking about the generic stuff. You gotta watch. You gotta watch the hot shit.
It's on so many of like even the good ones.
Oh, okay. So like the fan service, that's okay. I can't argue about the fan service because that's a product of the culture. That is something you have to look past at when it comes to joy. Like Cowboy Bebop, one of the greatest anime of all time. I just bought the DVD because I love it that much. It has like every episode is extremely well written to where they just all feel unique in their own way, and it has the kind of the things you're talking about, because like with the Faye Valentine, she's kind of hypersexualized, but even then I'm willing to look past that because it is just that good.
You just like the boobs bouncing on the screen, don't you?
Well, yes, that too. Chainsaw Man. Okay, so Chainsaw Man, it kind of has what you're talking about. It has the weird boob stuff. What's interesting about that is it actually uses that to develop the main character. So in a weird way, the boob stuff is character development. It sounds very weird the way I explore that, but there's like it explores like Dingy as a character, and how like he's been hunting demons since he was 14 because the mob killed his dad, so he was never able to connect with a person, and so he has like this aspiration, like he wants to touch a boob, and evolves into him just being like he wants to belong with people. So yes, the boob anime is actually deep. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
I'll give it to you, Mugany. That's a slightly deeper pitch better pitch. Than,
I know what you're talking about.
The time you were like, "Hey, Jack, you should watch this anime. It's got lollies in it," and I was like,
Made in Abyss, ladies and gentlemen.
Fucking excuse me.
Made in Abyss, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh God, yeah, no, that's a lot. That's Made in Abyss is a lot.
It's a great anime. It's a great anime.
That was his initial pitch out of the gate. You should watch this because it has lollies in it. And then I watched an episode and it was pretty good, but it was just like it was tainted. It's just like you literally came out. You were like, hey, think fast, chuckle nuts, and threw the demon core in my face with that fucking pitch, dude.
Okay, that is very fair. I'm sorry, but I do think you should continue. You'll make Arca very happy because he loves that anime.
One of these days,
it gets season 2 gets very good. It has like one of the best arcs I've seen, and not just anime, but in general.
Yeah. Anyway, we're off on a tangent. Yes. We're here to interview this weird otter guy.
We've been on a tangent for like the last hour. We went on a tangent with Wings of Fire.
Hey, that's a tangent true. I'd like to revisit for a second.
Yeah.
Well. Actually, I'd love to, but let's not because we gotta.
All right, Sam. Top 3 Wings of Fire ships.
We gotta get into the final section of the podcast.
Top 3.
Okay, number 1 is Quinter Watcher. Number 2 is Quinter. Number 3 is Link's Fall.
Yeah, baby. But no mention of Clay in Peril.
Not dark.
Clayril is like pretty. It's tied with Link's Fall for me. I really like it.
Okay, good answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to start sobbing on camera.
Okay. With that, before we get off in another tangent, we got to get into like the final section of the podcast because we've been streaming for a while. Before that, we need it's time to do the plugs. Alex, do you have the Patreon link?
Yes, I do.
Okay. If you like us enough and want to support us, we try to make money off of this. So feel free to donate to our Patreon where you can get lots of benefits. We are also trying to get monetized on YouTube, and we are required to meet certain analytics, such as 3,000 hours watch time, almost impossible. 500 subscribers. That's going to take a while. So basically, I'm going to be advertising the YouTube channel every single stream until we meet that goal. So if you wanted to support us, do all that. Like the video. Get us out there. Get our name out there. And do you know if I'm missing anything else, Alex?
Yes. Name your children after the SnarkCast. Tattoo the SnarkCast logo.
Yes,
on your skin.
Yes, the children of SnarkCast. Okay, special thanks to our Patreon subscribers, Geodesic Dragon, Empty Plot Filler, and Alex _.
Wow.
Yes.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, with that,
wow.
with that, it is time to make our guests cringe. This is my favorite part.
Let's do it.
We get to make our guests feel uncomfortable. Okay, so I don't know if you know about this, Jack. I know Semillon knows about it because we're talking about the beginning of the stream. Elon Musk has a new show.
Oh God,
It's called,
I'm already cringing.
It's terrible.
It's called New Norm.
Ugh.
Okay, let's hear. Sharing my screen.
We have to watch this?
Yes!
Literally, you did not tell me you were gonna make me watch the Elon Musk anime.
Hey, you joined late. This is what you get.
This is what I get for having a job.
This is what you get. Exactly. You could have just joined and just stayed on mute until you got home.
Hey, Magony, you accidentally disliked this video.
Oh, no, you're right. You're right. Okay, are you all watching the stream?
Yes.
This show's
Begrudgingly, grumble.
Make sure
it's fucking stupid ass fucking show.
Well, make sure it's all the way up so you guys can hear it in all of its glory. Hi, Muggany here. So this section here isn't part of the original episode. Normally we stream every podcast on Seven's Twitch, but since he wasn't available and because I haven't learned how to use Twitch yet, we streamed the episode to YouTube. It turns out YouTube's copyright system detected copyrighted music, so the entire introduction of the New Norm show is missing. Somehow. I don't know why. The song is AI generated, for Christ's sake. Anyway, back to the episode.
I could. Oh, Jesus!
I can already tell this is not going to be better than the Nut Shack. It can't.
I would rather watch the Nut Shack.
Gently suggested
Yelled.
they stop brainwashing my daughter that girls aren't girls and men aren't men.
Sometimes they're neither.
That would
Or
suck.
furry and dressed like dogs.
Ow! Janice,
What is that dog at violations?
what's that?
Actually, that is one of my
What's
pronouns. Also,
What's
they,
the autopilot
them,
from Wall-E
and
doing here?
You're non-binary?
How do you know that word?
I learned it in
She's
school.
so
That's
real.
why I'm locked up.
So
The
real.
judge agreed to conditional parole.
What condition?
where's my room?
That's
You're
staying here?
Chaz is part of a new government program.
To re-educate
Why is she
homophobic,
discount
transphobic, racist.
Charlie, finally, someone normal.
I don't understand. You're black.
Did that just Black Whisper?
You're his friend?
And boss, speaking of, when you coming back to the trophy shop?
As soon as I get rid of this, which means I gotta take in that?
Chaz is here to re-educate Norm.
In
Why is
non-bonery studies.
Evil Blados here.
I'm allergic to dogs.
It's okay. Billy is an emotional support dog and non-binary.
Oh, okay then.
What's
Good dog.
What's the joke there?
I
What's the
come here to
joke?
get away from woke.
It's still a
Trouble at
dog.
home?
Why is there a
Oh, my
laugh
boy,
track?
or whatever it
Is it
calls
so
himself
funny?
now, is thinking about
Just to
transition.
remind you to laugh.
No, it's a great reminder of when to
Regina.
laugh.
I have a
Transition
story behind the
what?
laugh track. I'll say after this.
Hopefully not a Jets fan.
Hey, pronoun, this bud's for you.
I can't drink. I'm not 21.
Y'all influenced my boy to cut off his junk, but draw the line at beer?
Can't do this.
Yes, we can. Find a way to break him.
Me on the
Maybe we can
left.
fix the country.
Is that Hillary Clinton?
I just want normals. Beer.
You know there'll be jokes.
They definitely AI generated the fucking theme song.
Here comes the best part, guys. Here comes the best part. There it is. There's my boy.
I'm gonna kill myself.
I almost forgot.
Wow.
He's nuts.
We're going
Fuck.
to Disney World.
Hilarious.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember they put a fucking watermark on the D's nuts thing. Like like someone watermarked that shit like because reasons.
How do we feel about the new norm?
Shut the fuck up.
Like honestly, I think this might be the new norm.
The new, yeah,
It might be the new norm.
yeah.
This might be the next generation of television, and this is going to carry us forward into the 22nd century.
So okay, so I actually had a theory behind the laugh track. Okay, so let's talk about the new norm. It's about this old guy who can't get with the times, and the show is kind of like framed in a way where the new norm sucks and the old norm was cool. So it's taking it back to this time when sitcoms were all about the laugh track, and that's why it exists. When really the laugh track doesn't work now because the laugh track is now considered to be manipulative. It used to be about
Yeah.
It used to be about filming on a live set before a studio audience, and it just became the norm to put a laugh track in a sitcom.
Hey, norm, like
No,
new
yeah.
norm. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah, and what's funny about this show is the characters you're not supposed to like actually come off as more likable than the main character.
I just want normal beer.
I fucking hate that the most because I used to work as a whiskey I used to work in a liquor store and fucking people would buy beer and you would occasionally get guys like these who would like see the weird stupid fucking fuck ass label beer and be like, oh my god, like why can't they just make normal beer? That beer is like 10 fucking percent alcohol for like $5. So like if you can swallow your asshole and buy the beer, you'd be hammered way more than like a fucking sixer of like Bud Light that you usually get. And for less calories, to be honest.
Yeah.
And it's the fucking stupid shit. Fucking it's dumb. I hate the normal beer thing. I'm gonna fucking kill you.
But at least thank God for Elon Musk. Like that
he's-
line, that
Yeah.
line in the theme song.
Who did that?
Elon.
That has to be AI generated. Like there are AI generated like entire songs. I know that they can do that shit.
Jesus.
There's
no way.
That or it's just written by Elon Musk because for like as
You
everyone
think Elon
knows,
Musk has the talent to write a song?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
I'm just saying, Elon Musk might as well be a robot.
I thought he animated it, didn't he? And did all the
Yeah.
writing, all the voices.
I don't know
Like
who makes.
I'm strongly convinced that Elon Musk is like from a rival reptilian planet to Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like they're both xenomorphs of some kind,
essentially, yeah.
and not the hot kind.
Not the kind you want to fuck.
Okay, maybe Mark Zuckerberg do be a little cheeked up at times. I will
He
give him
do.
that.
Sometimes.
Like if I had to, if I was just kind of like, if he was the last man on Earth, yeah, I'd clap the cheeks probably.
I would fuck Elon Musk for the sake of conquest. If I have the opportunity to, like, I'm not gonna say no. That's so funny.
Fuck, Mary, kill Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, Bill Gates.
I'd marry Bill Gates. I would fuck Mark Zuckerberg, and I would kill Elon Musk.
I think I'm with that there. Like fuck Bill Gates because
That's pretty easy.
He's loaded. You forgot one on that list. What's his name? The owner of Amazon.
Bezos.
Jeffrey Bezos. Yeah, you forgot him. He's gonna own the world.
Dr. Evil.
Yeah.
He's just
Not
Dr.
like,
Evil.
I would marry Jeff Bezos so I can rule the world with him. I would fuck Mark Zuckerberg and kill Elon Musk.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I think
I don't know. Well, no, I'd marry Elon Musk so I could divorce him and break his heart again.
you know that's a fair point. Yeah, add another X to X. You know, you gotta remarry him afterward to make him think you want him back, and that way it can just be triple X.
Yeah. I'm sure that I'm going to find my Twitter account banned after this because I'm sure he's listening.
Oh, he definitely is. Okay, I have. Okay, there's one more video that isn't cringe, but before I show that one, don't worry, you'll like it. Before I show that one, do we have any more cringe videos in mind? As this one was short.
More cringe than that.
Yeah, I
cannot think of anything.
I was legit thinking about like showing an episode of Velma, but I was like, nah.
An entire episode of Velma.
No. Oh, God.
Like you could just pull up the Nut Shack.
Not happening. Show me this video. Let's see
let's see what you actually have prepared.
This is the story of two pioneers, two brave men who went where none had gone before. And today, every gay man owes a tremendous debt to these two visionaries. This is the story of Bill Delaney and Fred Henderson, the world's first two gay men. Thursday, March 26, 1954, 5 o'clock p.m.
Man, what a great game.
Exciting football.
Hey, Fred, does it get any better than this? I mean, we got football on the big screen TV. We got steaks fresh off the barbecue, cold beer, you know? Hey, all we're missing is sex with women. You read my mind. Sex with women is the greatest, isn't it?
Are you kidding me? I love sex.
Yeah, when you say you love sex, you mean you love sex with women, right?
Well, I love sex, and you can't have sex without a woman, right?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But imagine if you could. How crazy would that be?
Oh, my God.
Yo.
That would be the greatest. Sex, but
that
no
other guy is
women.
actually Will Ferrell.
That would be like the best of both worlds. And I like women. Don't get me wrong. I just find them sexually repulsive.
Will Ferrell's
you and
not
me
gay.
both. Oh, well. What are you going to do? Hey! Wait a minute. We're not thinking here. I mean, why don't we have sex right now? You and me.
Great. Where are the women?
No women.
I'm sorry. I don't follow.
No women. Just me and you, Fred. No women. We just have sex together. No women. No women. No women.
Gotcha. Great. Okay, sure. I'm sorry. I still don't follow. Are the women
This would
coming
be better
later?
if it was Fred
No,
Flintstone
that's
and
the
Barney
beauty
Rubble.
of it. No women. Now, you want to have sex, don't you, Fred?
Sure.
Great. So, well, why don't we take our clothes off?
Okie dokie.
Oh, hey, Fred, why you got your cock out?
Dude, Fred is so fine.
I fuck Fred.
All right. We're completely naked. Let's have sex. Well, go ahead.
Well, the thing is, I don't know what to do here. Oh, Fred, do you have a vagina? Do you have a vagina?
No, I don't.
Oh, well, let me think.
Is this
here.
what you asked your boyfriend when you had sex with him for the first time?
Listen, Fred, I starting to feel ridiculous.
Yeah, this is exactly
Hey,
what happened.
listen,
Actually,
don't feel bad.
this
Live
fucking
and learn.
stupidest thing about this is that I have a
let's chalk it up to experience.
You had a what?
Yeah, I think I know where your brain's going.
Yeah, I think it'd be awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Put our clothing back on and resume watching the football game. You know, because It's times like these.
Hey, wait a minute. Do you?
Do I what?
Do you have a vagina?
Oh, no, I don't. No vagina. So, I don't know, maybe we should just, Whoa, hey, Fred, what's that?
What?
That, right over there.
Oh, this. This is my ass. What?
Oh, no. No, it's too crazy.
Well, come on. What is it?
It'd never work.
Does it involve my ass?
Yeah, it does, sort of. Well, all right, I'll give it a shot. Come on over here. Bring your ass over.
Okay, here it is. Here's my ass.
Okay. Let me just try this here.
Okie dokie.
Hey, that feels great.
Oh, my God! Oh, dear Lord! Oh, God, Mother of all things holy!
I like it.
Please let this nightmare stop! Oh,
That's kind of how it
ass
feels.
is fire!
It's nice, you know?
My ass is fire!
No women.
Oh, my ass is no more! It has been replaced by fire! Oh,
This is... Hey,
Oh!
what's that sound?
I'm not sure, but I think it was anal tearing! My anus is being torn to shreds!
Oh, okay, great.
Oh!
I thought it was just me, you know? I thought I
Oh!
was hearing things or something.
Please, I'm begging you to stop! Your unrelenting sexual pounding has turned my ass into a fountain of blood!
This is nice.
Oh!
Oh,
Oh!
it's nice.
Beautiful.
This story has been brought to you by KY Personal Lubricant for all your butt pounding needs.
Yeah.
How accurate was that to your first sexual experience, Semillon?
I took it like a fucking champ. I did not even signal that it hurt in any way. Because I'm awesome and I'm great at sex. And I think that's the takeaway that we should have from this podcast.
I expect nothing less.
Yeah,
You are the king of sex.
that's true. It's true.
I'm glad I was able to perform well. Okay, just a quick audio check because he cut out.
Oh, what's up?
Hi. Okay, so
Hello.
Okay, so I think that's the end of the cast. Does anybody have anything they want to say before I do the closure?
Thank you for having me on. This is fun. I'm really drunk right now. I appreciate the excuse. Yeah.
How much wine did you have?
I've had an entire bottle of wine, and I have to work later. But I'm just like mopping shit, so it'll be all right.
Yeah.
What's the over under on one of your famous Twitter rants?
Oh fuck yeah, we gotta cover that before I do the closure.
Like is that possible to happen tonight? Because I love those so much.
What? How do you mean the over under?
Like how likely, like a percentage, like a percent chance, forecasting how likely there is to be a splattering of completely unhinged drunken ranting on Twitter tonight.
Oh my god, it depends if someone gets me going. If I because the last time I went to a restaurant and I ordered like a single cocktail, and then I drank it like before my fucking entree arrived, and I was like, oh, I'm getting hammered today. And so I just like got more booze, and then I got like really drunk. And when I was like walking over to where I was supposed to meet my like ride home, I was just like stream of consciousness, like blasting like how much I want to like rub my face on Aslan's tail hole. And if it really, it depends on, it's like coincidence. If like someone like gets me going, there's like 100% chances that'll happen. But otherwise, I don't know. We'll see. There's like, I would give like a 60% chance of one happening, but like the 40% is like pretty strong.
Okay,
All
before.
right. So let's think of some character that we could get you going on before we close the cast. Um, cast, Cass from Breath of the Wild. Like, how about him?
Oh, I like I like Cass. I like what's his name? Ravioli. I like the other one like a lot more.
Ravioli.
Yeah, that's his name.
Ravioli.
I was gonna.
Oh, you're on my Twitter. Great.
Yeah, I was gonna go through it, then I realized you have some stuff on there that would get us taken down, so I'm just gonna access your Twitter through my Chromebook here.
Hey, that's
Howard,
fair.
show us.
No, I scrolled down.
Show it really quick.
No, I just scrolled down and there's like a video of like someone getting butt fucked.
Oh,
That's true. That's
Are you
true.
sure?
Yeah.
Does it sound
Okay.
like Semillon?
I'm gonna read a few Semillon quotes before doing the closure. Okay.
You can click on replies or well, actually no, that won't show my actual tweets. Never
Okay.
mind.
First up, I'd crawl into Venom Horse's hole foot first, like slipping into a warm sleeping bag. What does that mean?
You know, what do you mean? Like,
what do you
know,
mean by that?
fucking... Have you ever heard of Have you ever heard of anal vor?
I have to say I'm not familiar with their discography.
Well, you have some shit to look up on. You know, honestly, that's not my thing, but there is this image set involving the Pony of Shadows that is like, it kind of slaps. It's like super detailed and it's like it's kind of awesome. But that's neither here nor there. Venom Horse is just awesome. He's really hot and he can talk, so I can bang him.
Okay, I gotta shit on you here. Well, I seen Nighter. I just seen Nighter than the movies, but like the one I want to see, the one I'm not that interested in. You called Kung Fu Panda 4 amazing, and you said I Saw the TV Glow is a big nothing burger of a movie. What the fuck?
Oh, okay, so I think I don't know. I was like I must have been having like a mood swing or some shit during I Saw the TV Glow. I fucking hated it in the theater. When I rewatched it recently, and I thought that it was pretty damn good. Like something happened when I went from like seeing it in a theater not knowing what to expect, and when I watched it on my laptop knowing what it was, that like I don't know, there's something happened. I really hated it. It really bothered me when I first watched it. But upon my second rewatch, like I feel like my opinions on it are a lot better. I think I think it's like, yeah, I think it's a really well made movie. I still think it's like a little slow. Yeah. I stand by what I said about Kung Fu Panda 4. I think it's really good.
Okay, fair. I know another movie from that person who made I Saw the TV Glow. Fucking.
Let's Go Out All the Words film.
Yes.
Yeah.
One. Okay, but yes, more quotes. Okay, the guy who switches out the poison in Princess Bride. You're telling me you wouldn't even lick the tip for a funny story?
I would like the tip. Oh wait, no, that's what I tweeted. Yeah, no, what are you talking about? It's
Are we talking Wallace Shawn or Carrie Elwes here?
The nasty guy, the
Wallace Shawn.
Yeah, that guy. Okay.
Vizini, yes.
I would joke on it for sure. I think it'd be funny.
Okay, I gotta read this one. I think that Master Shifu and Po have more chemistry than Tigress and Po, but because of Wook, I can't talk about bratty old men gripping cock like it's a pull-up bar without other gay people telling me that's problematic.
No, that's just true. That's just the truth. That's just the truth. I implore you to watch Kung Fu Panda 1 and 2 and tell me that like the level of development that Master Shifu and Po's relationship has like is not equivalent to, if not even better than Poe and Tigris's. It's crazy. Like if you start reading it in that lens, it's like, I don't know, it's like kind of nuts. It's like kind of compelling how Shifu is this like old, like kind of like curmudgeon-y, like just like dude, and like he like Poe comes in and ruins his life, but he's like such a sweet, nice guy, and having Shifu come around to him and maybe even possibly like opening the door for that kind of attraction to happen. It's like it's kind of it's like Poe's bringing like the like passion for kung fu back into his life, even though he's so like jaded to it. I think it's a good story, and I think that I don't know. I think it's kind of funny, especially if you include like Poe and like Tai Lung in the spirit world as having like kind of like a weird like slow burn like villains like enemies to lovers kind of thing. Yeah.
You're into gilfs, is what you're saying.
Oh, absolutely. Are you fucking joking? Yeah.
Okay. Here's another. What's the biggest Sharpie you ever put in your butt? I'm asking this question like I put a big Sharpie into there, but I've only put like a normal one and then took it out because I was paranoid I gripped too hard and the ink would like give me poisoning or something.
I definitely wrote that when I was drunk. Yeah, I did it with the cap. I thought that like my hole would like just like pulverize like the plastic somehow, and I was really scared. So I stopped with that.
That would be a party trick.
But Sharpies are based on Sharpie ink is based on alcohol though, so you'd probably get drunk.
I'd probably fucking die. That's a lot of alcohol in that.
I'm looking for the one like you went on this like whole drunk tangent. I'm looking for that one.
The one about Aslan was pretty legendary. Not gonna lie.
I really like Aslan. He's so hot.
I'm just saying. I'm glad we had you on the cast.
Oh yeah. Invite me back anytime. I'll fucking I can do this anytime.
I know you like YMS. I might. We're trying to get him on the cast. I might invite you for that one.
Oh, that'd be. Whoa! Wait, that'd be fun.
Yeah. I just haven't.
That'd be wild. What the fuck?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm in his personal Discord server. I just not have reached out to him yet because a member of his channel, Scoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just died.
Passed away recently.
Yeah.
Sad.
So, yeah, I'm just trying to be respectful, so I haven't asked him yet.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah. Where is it? You had like this entire drunken tangent where you just stopped making sense entirely, and you're still tweeting.
Too bad you can't just search.
That sounds like me
on Twitter so easily.
Yeah, fucking piece of shit website.
Where is it?
I believe in you. After this, I will have to take off.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I think I found it. Yes, I found it.
Yes.
Okay.
What are you referring to? I'm kind of scared now.
Okay, so. Okay, so they weren't all on the same day. That's unfortunate. Okay. Any MM ship you give fan children to, I will support wholeheartedly because of my pathological womb in C, pathological womb in V band name. 3 what people here talking about how Tinder sucks, and 3 Asian people here lip syncing Hollaback Girl, Gain Stefani, and only one on them is a queer. Me. Why did...
Oh.
Why did you... Why would you say something so controversial yet so brave?
Why did I have...
By the way, what was the date on that? I just want to know so I can look.
That was
March 15th.
16.
Of this
Oh.
year.
Of this year, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Why did I have to be watching a Mr. Ping exposed dad TikTok when the waitress came to give me my food? She definitely saw it. Oh my god. Just Alex, do me a favor. I'm sending you the link to Semillon's Twitter. Just link that in YouTube chats just so people can view it on their own.
I would appreciate that.
It's glorious. It's like entering another world.
I was guaranteed just blasted both of those times. All three of those fucking times. I don't know. I drink a lot. And yeah, I don't know. I like having like a stream of consciousness on Twitter. I think it's funny.
And we're very appreciative that you do.
Yes. Yes. With that said, is actually time for the closure. We've been going for a while, a lot longer than I expected, but it was a good cast.
Sweet.
Yeah, it was a good cast. Yeah, just we had like a very rough start. Simon's going through stuff. Maybe more on that next week. I don't know how comfortable he is with talking about it, but he did say like he wants to be on by next week. So we'll.
Okay.
So yeah. With that,
I wish him the best.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me on.
No problem. With that, I'll say your names one by one, and I'll just say hi or whatever. Let's hear it for Alex _.
Hi, or whatever.
It's your boy Ink.
Let's make it happen.
Jack of a few trades.
Howdy.
And Semillon.
What's poppin'?
Alright, thank you for watching.